With a shootout title and ranked conference win under their belts, the Hayes High Lady Indians will now look for one more win at home before going to break as they face the Junction City Blue Jays out of the Centennial League. And with that, we welcome you in here from Hayes High School on this Friday night action, along with our entire Tribe Broadcasting Network crew. I'm Hank Corsair, and this Hayes High team could not ask for a better start to the season as they've beaten every team that they've played soundly, won the shootout, and beat a Liberal team that's ranked in the 6A class. Their success has come from a defense that has already forced 48 steals in 4 games and an offense that can score both inside and out. Now they'll face a Junction City team that's playing their first game of the season with a new head coach and looking to improve from the 1-20 record that they posted last season. So Hayes High will look for one more home win in this half of the season and look to continue their success against the Blue Jays as the Lady Indians have gone 8-2 against Junction City in the last 15 seasons, which included a 55-21 win last year. And we'll take a look at both teams when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
Back here at Hayes High School as the Lady Indians get set to take on Junction City in their final home game of 2024. And before we take a look at both teams, we'll now look at some of the games happening around the WAC. Starting with Garden City, they are at home tonight against the Altus Bulldogs. Dodge City will play host to Manhattan, which is who Hayes High will be on the road against this Friday. And for TMP, they are on the road tonight in Ringneck Country, taking on Hill City. Liberal is in the Woodward Classic. They do not know who they're going to play yet, and neither does Great Bend, who is playing in the Kingman Tournament. And now we'll take a look at both teams, starting with what Hayes High did in their last game, which was on Tuesday night. It was a Hayes High team ranked 8th in 5A against a Liberal team ranked 6th in 6A. But the Lady Indians showed up and played some of their best ball. Liberal scored the first 2 points of the game, and that would end up being their only lead as Hayes High took control and even had a 17-5 run late in the first quarter to take a 25-12 lead after the first 8 minutes. But the Redskins didn't go away. They fought back and got close to the Lady Indians, but they pulled through the Liberal run and took a 38-31 lead into the half. And once the second half got underway, it was all Hayes High as they outscored Liberal by 20 in the second half, taking a 59-42 lead going into the fourth, and in the end winning by a final score of 77-50 over the 6th-ranked Liberal Redskins. And what Hayes High has done really well this year is playing as a team. Zoe Winter led in scoring with a new career high of 13 points, and she had help from a lot of her teammates, including Katie Lindenberger and Kenley Winter, who also finished in double figures. And there were also 4 other Lady Indians that finished with at least 8 points. Now we take a look at Junction City. The Blue Jays are one of 3 6A teams that are playing their first game tonight and entering their season opener. This is a team that is in a rebuild phase that went after they went 1-20 last season and is under the direction of a new head coach in Breon Little, who was an assistant coach under Derek Petty last season. And Junction City only features 8 players listed on their roster, but that's one of many challenges this coaching staff has to face for a team that graduated its top player, Amaya O'Neill, and whose only win was by 1 point against Abilene last season. But for Little to try and rebuild this program, it's not only going to consist of rebuilding the team, but also rebuilding the culture. The Blue Jays last season with a winning record came 16 years ago, and they've only had 2 seasons in the last 10 years with 5 or more wins. So we'll see what the Blue Jays can bring into this new era in their season opener tonight. And we'll have tip-off and starting lineups for you when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
We welcome you back to Hayes High School as the Lady Indians get set to take on Junction City. And before we get things underway, let's give you our starting lineup. Starting off with Junction City, their starting lineup will feature 2 juniors, 1 senior, a sophomore, and a freshman. With number 3, Kalia Riley, number 5, Mayanis Harley, number 10, Ania Henry Rivers, number 20, Morgan Navis, and number 25, Kiara Briley. For Hayes High, this is the look they will go with tonight. Their leading scorer, wearing number 3, Jenna Schmeidler, along with the senior duo of Katie Lindenberger and Molly Martin at 10 and 11. Wearing number 30 will be the senior Riley Dreher, and rounding it out will be the leader in scoring from the last game against Liberal, number 44, Zoe Winter. Hayes High is wearing their white jerseys with the maroon numbers and letters with the gold outline around them, reading Indians across the front, and the Blue Jays will wear their blue jerseys with black numbers and letters with a white outline, reading Junction on top and City on the bottom. It'll be Katie Lindenberger tipping against Navis. Hayes High will go from right to left, and the Blue Jays will go from left to right. The officials are set. The tip goes up, and it goes up to Riley Dreher, and she'll go right away up ahead. Katie Lindenberger, the layup, she gets fouled, no good. But right away in the first 4 seconds, there's a foul against the Blue Jays. Lindenberger tipped it forward, and it went right to Riley Dreher, and then she went right away, and then Lindenberger got fouled on the layup. The foul will go against Harley for her first. Lindenberger will attempt the free throw. It goes up, and it's good. Lindenberger are 75.9% from the line this season. Is averaging right at 10 points per game as she gets the first points for Hayside there, and the second one is off the back iron and no good. And the rebound still on the ground will be recovered by the Blue Jays. It's number 23, Kiara Briley. They'll throw it back. The Blue Jays waiting for the offense set up, and now they go inside, and Zoe Winter gets her first steal of the night, her fourth of the season, and she'll go right up ahead to Jenna Schmeidler. She'll try the layup. It's no good. Winter for the rebound and the putback. 3-0 Ace High lead early on in the game with the Zoe Winter putback. The Blue Jays will bring up the floor. Riley with it, kicks it over, and now we'll throw it right to Molly Martin. A little bit of miscommunication. And right up ahead, Jenna Schmeidler all alone at the other end for the layup, and Molly Martin gets the assist. And we'll get a whistle and a 30-second timeout called by the Blue Jays. So we'll step away as they talk things over. It's 5-0 Hayes High in the first 45 seconds of the contest. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Following the Junction timeout, they will take over, and we'll get the throw into Riley. Hayes High going with the full court press. They've already gotten two steals so far. Now Harley will get it, throw it back, and right as she got the pass off, it went back to Morgan Nabis, but she turned it over with a travel, and Hayes High will get it back. Molly Martin will inbound it in front of the Junction City bench. It's a bounce pass into Jenna Schmeidler, waiting for the offense set up, and then we'll work it back with Molly Martin. Now Dreher gets it on the right wing. Looking, throws it to Molly Martin. Right corner three on the way. Takes one bounce, no good. And the rebound's still out on the ground, and Riley Dreher comes out with it. There were three Junction City players there, but none of them can get it. And now Hayes High misses the layup. Molly Martin with the rebound. And she's going to get two shots at the line. We'll get it on Ania Henry Rivers. Second team foul for the Blue Jays. Hayes High able to win the battle so far with their rebounding and their steals, as Molly Martin gets her first points of the game off the free throw. Hayes High 2 for 3 start at the line with Martin, who is 76.8% at the line this season. The second one rattles out. Zoe Winter there for the rebound. She can't get the putback, and the rebound goes to Henry Rivers. Hayes High, Junction City going up the floor with it. Nabis gives it back over to Riley. Hayes High playing tight defense with Jenna Schmeidler, and now they'll get a screen. Riley Dreher pokes the ball free and comes out with her first steal of the night. Going up ahead with it, Schmeidler, she thought about driving in, instead will pull it back out and wait for everything to set up. 6:23 remaining here in the first quarter. The pass goes over to Riley Dreher on the right wing. She'll drive, kick it back out. Katie Lindenberger pump fakes a shot, now drives in and has it deflected. And they're going to say it's a jump ball with the arrow pointing to the Blue Jays. The shot was blocked for Lindenberger, but they're going to say it was a jump ball. Now we're going to get our first substitution of the game, as Harley will come out of the game, and in her place will be Brea Allen, the junior. Henry Rivers gets the inbound and then loses it right away, but they're going to say Molly Martin touched it last as she poked it free. Nabis will inbound it. Hayes High keeping that full court press as they get it in. And now Briley bringing up the floor, and they'll pass it up ahead. And they're going to get a travel called against Henry Rivers. She was driving near the Hayes High bench and then tried throwing it into the paint and fell down. And they got her with a travel beforehand. Schmeidler will walk it up the floor off the inbound from Zoe Winter. Passing midcourt. And we'll get it right over to Molly Martin as those two work back and forth. Schmeidler on a double team, kicks it over. Dreher in the right wing, inside to Lindenberger. Spins, looking for someone to pass to, gives it over to Martin on the right corner. Bounce pass over to Dreher. She'll now drive, gets triple teamed, and we'll throw it over to Zoe Winter. The hook shot is good. Great ball movement so far for Hayes High as they take an 8-0 lead here with 5:42 to go. Now they'll get a drive in for Brea Allen as she gets the pass, and then it's stolen by Molly Martin for her second one of the night. And a pass ahead, Jenna Schmeidler right underneath, and the layup bounces around a few times and goes in. Hayes High still going with the full court press. Now Molly Martin gets her third steal, and she'll drive all the way to the paint and get another layup to go. 12-0 is the Hayes High lead, and now the inbound from the Blue Jays, and they lose it once again. And Molly Martin, 3 straight steals on 3 straight possessions, and another layup to go. And we're going to get a timeout called by the Blue Jays as Hayes High takes the 14-0 lead. Hayes High already 6 for 10 from the field, and we'll see how long the timeout is. It will be a full timeout, so we'll step away as the Blue Jays talk things over. It's Hayes High 14, Junction City 0. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School following the Junction City timeout. What a start to this game for the Lady Indians. 14-0 is their lead. As a team, they've already forced 6 steals in the game, and now Junction City is going to get it back with 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. On the floor for Hayes High, they did make some substitutions. Annie Humphrey and Morgan Armbruster are into the game, and so are Kenley Winter, Lindsay Canick, and Molly Buckles. The inbound for the Blue Jays will come from Kalia Riley as it goes into a bounce pass to Nabis, and she'll give it right back to Riley. She'll be the one that brings it up the floor. Humphrey will be the one guarding her. She'll throw it into the right corner and then work it back to her, and now she'll try a long 3. It's on the way, and it's no good, and the rebound will be recovered by Morgan Armbruster, but they're going to say she pushed off. Or correction, they're going to say the Blue Jays pushed off. Morgan Nabis will be called for it, as that was the first attempted shot of the game from Junction City. Now Hayes High going to break up the floor once again. 2-3 zone defense from Junction City, and a bounce pass over to Armbruster on the right wing, inside to Buckles, and now over to Lindsay Canick. Canick takes one dribble, and the layup's good. Molly Buckles gets her second assist of the season, and Hayes High continuing to extend their lead. The pass will go over, and Kenley Winter will come out with the steal. She'll go up the court and will go towards that left block. Stop, pump fakes once, and now we'll try the shot, and it's no good. And the rebound to Morgan Nabis for the third rebound of the night for the Blue Jays. We'll go up the floor with it. Allen with it, and we'll lose it, and Kenley Winter swipes it away. She'll go up the floor being double teamed, throws it over to Annie Humphrey, too high over her head as it goes into the drum set by the band. And we'll also get some substitutions as freshman Talia Campbell will check in for the first time in her career. And also number 5, the senior Mayuns Harley will return as well. We'll also take Kalia Riley out of the game as well. And Anaya Henry Rivers will return in her spot. Rivers walks it up the floor. Guarded by Morgan Armbruster. Hayes High will keep 2 on the wing and 2 on the block. She'll stop at the S on the S of the midcourt logo. They'll get some good ball movement. The shot goes up, and it's no good. And Kenley Winter's got her first rebound of the game. She'll go up the court. Gets double teamed as she stops, kicks it out to Annie Humphrey. Thought about trying a 3, instead works it over to the right and gets a bounce pass to Armbruster. Canick with it now, goes inside Buckles. The layup is good. Lindsay Canick gets her second assist of her career as Hayes High extends their lead to 18-zip. Working around the arc now, and now we're going to get a drive from the Blue Jays. Harley, and she got fouled, and now they're going to go to the line. We'll get it on Lindsay Canick for the first team foul for Hayes High. The free throw will come for the senior Mayuns Harley. She'll take 2 dribbles, get set, and we'll put the free throw up, and it's good. First points of the game for the Blue Jays with 3:23 remaining here in the first quarter. She'll get set for the second one and puts it up, and it rattles around but goes in. Hayes High going a quick tempo offense. It's a pass up ahead to Kinley Winter. She'll go across court to Morgan Armbruster inside. Canick spins around and then throws it back, and now Armbruster she'll try a right corner three and switches it. Lindsay Canick with assist number 2, and Morgan Armbruster on the board for the first time tonight. Junction City with it. Harley will try a three-pointer off the pass, and it's no good. And Humphrey comes out with her first rebound of the season. And Hayes High wasting no time at the other end. Kinley Winter gets the layup to go. They'll give the assist to Jenna Schmeidler. Or correction, they'll give the assist to Annie Humphrey. And now Hayes High coming out with once again another steal. It was Molly Buckles as they tried getting it inside the paint. 2:27 remaining here in the first quarter. Hayes High's up by 21. Armbruster gets the pass, goes inside to Canick, and now she'll throw it over to Buckles. Can't get the layup to go. And the rebound still on the ground will be recovered by the Blue Jays. Harley, but she traveled with it after she got it. So we'll see some substitutions as well. Talia Riley goes into the game for Talia Campbell. As Hayes High gets set to inbound it underneath their basket. They'll put 4 across the baseline, 2 on the block, 2 in the corner. Another substitution for the Blue Jays. Bria Allen back into the game in place of Kiara Briley. And right away off the inbound from Morgan Armbruster, Lindsay Canick gets the layup to go. How about this start from Hayes High? After the offensive performance they put on last Tuesday, beating Liberal 77-50, they're already up 25-2 in the first 6 minutes of the game. And we're going to get a foul, and it'll be called in the paint as they got the pass into Harley. We'll get the foul against Kinley Winter for her first, and the second team foul for Hayes High, as the starters will check back into the game. That's Lindenberger, Schmeidler, Martin, Zoe Winter, and Dreher. Inbounding for the Blue Jays will be Riley. They'll stack 3 in the paint and then have 1 on the left side of the free throw line. That player was Harley as she gets the pass but gets it blocked by Riley Dreher, who stepped in front of it. First block shot of her career. So they'll go with a similar inbound formation. The pass will go in to Henry Rivers, and then she'll give it back to Riley. And now Riley Dreher comes out with another steal. Hayes High going up the floor at Jenna Schmeidler. The layup is no good, but she got fouled by Henry Rivers, and she'll go to the line for two free throws. Was open under the basket and then got pushed at the end and missed the layup, and it was enough for the foul. So it's the second foul for Henry Rivers in this game. Schmeidler will attempt her first free throw of the night, and she gets to 5 points now with that made free throw. And she'll attempt the second one and gets it to go. And after two previous trips to the line where Hayes High went 1 for 2, Schmeidler goes 2 for 2. Henry Rivers with it, being guarded by Winter, goes towards that left side, goes to the right side on the right wing, gets into a triple team, has it poked free, and Schmeidler out with the steal, the team leader in that category. Will stop on the left wing and drive into the paint and gets another layup to go. 4 straight points for the freshman, and Hayes High shooting 66% from the field to start this game. She's done a really good job getting in the paint. Schmeidler's guarding Riley, and now she'll lose it. Second steal of the game for Schmeidler. She'll go on a one-on-one at the other end and get another one to go. It's the first quarter, but Schmeidler already into double figures with 10, and Hayes High leads 31-2. With it now is Navis. She'll pass it over into the right corner to Riley, inside to Harley, and she'll try the shot. It's no good. Martin gets the rebound. Now we'll get a whistle and a foul called against the Blue Jays. That'll be on Henry Rivers. That'll be her second one. Or correction, that'll be her third one of this game. Or correction, it'll be Mayuns Harley getting her second. So that's the 5th team foul, and they now have 2 players with 2 fouls. So Molly Martin will go to the line with 41 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Try to extend the Hayes High lead to 30 with this one. She'll put the free throw up, and it takes one bounce off the front and then rolls out. No substitutions were made as Martin gets set to attempt her second one. 5 points so far for her in the game. She shoots just a little under 77% at the line. Katie Lindenberg gets the rebound off the miss, and then Zoe Winter right underneath. She can't get it to go, and we're going to get a foul against Hayes High, and it'll be Junction City ball. It'll be the third team foul against Hayes High. Two rebounds there, one for Winter and one for Lindenberger. There's a 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock, and now Schmeidler coming out with another steal on the half-court press against Riley. She'll drive all the way to the basket. The layup swirls around and goes in. Seconds remaining as Henry Rivers will bring it up the floor. Guarded by Schmeidler. She'll look towards the right and throw it that way. Now Harley with it. She'll try a long three. Can't get it to go. As Dreher gets the rebound, she'll now try a half-court shot and can't get it to go. But that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. What a quarter that was for the Lady Indians. They lead 33-2, and we'll have our second quarter action when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to start the second quarter, the Lady Indians in front 33-2. What a performance that was in the first quarter, scoring the first 18 points of the game, and then 2 free throws followed from Mayuns Harley for the Blue Jays. Well, then Hayes High would respond with the next 15, getting a lot of steals so far in this game. We'll highlight that on our halftime show coming up here in the next 8 minutes of the contest. Now Dreher will get the inbound and throw it over to Martins. Those two just work it back over to Schmeidler. Hayes High just working the ball around, trying to maybe kill the clock a little bit, try to get to a running clock as soon as possible. It doesn't look like they're in any hurry to get it in. Dreher with it now, gives it back over to Schmeidler. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Hayes High will have to get something going. Dreher gets it off the pass from Schmeidler. She'll drive on the baseline, kick it out to Lindenberger. Schmeidler will fake one way and pass it over to Martin. She'll go in the paint to Winter, takes one dribble but can't get the shot off in time, and Hayes High turns it over. Looked like Martin was thinking about shooting it, and Len Melvin telling her that she should have. But either way, it will be Junction City ball now, and now we're going to get a stop and a timeout. And they'll signal one of the officials to come over to the scores table. We'll see what this is for. And the new head coach for Junction City, Breon Little, also checking in over there as well. In her first season, she was an assistant last year for head coach Derek Petty, who was there for 8 of the last 9 seasons with the Blue Jays. The only season he wasn't there was 2019-20 when Tim Testa was the head coach. But now the officials talking things over with the scores table. Not sure what it was. I think they're saying that, okay, she's bringing the scorebook over now to the table. Not sure what it was, but they're ready to go, and the inbound will come from Kalia Riley on the floor for Junction City. Kalia Riley, Ania Henry Rivers. Also in is Kiara Briley, Mayuns Harley, and also in the game is Morgan Navis. As Riley will walk up the floor, waiting for the offense to set up, she'll work towards that right side and throw it over to Harley. As she gets covered by Riley Dreher, she poked it free. and it will stay with the Blue Jays. Harley will inbound it, being guarded by Dreher. They'll put 4 in the paint as they divide and conquer, trying to get the opening. And then Molly Martin comes out with steal number 5 in this game. Does an impressive showing for Hayes High, both on offense and defense. Jenna Schmeiler, right wing 3 on the way, bounces out, no good. Zoe Winter there for the rebound and the putback. 35-2 is the Hayes High lead. We're going to get another whistle and a timeout. And Junction City will take a 30-second timeout. We will do the same. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Following the Junction City timeout, they'll inbound it with 6:50 remaining here in the second quarter. It'll be Kalia Riley inbounding it to Henry Rivers. And now she'll kick it back to Riley. She'll walk it up the floor, waiting for the offense to set up. Being guarded by Schmeiler, she'll get a screen, and now we'll try a three-pointer. It might have got tipped, and it did. Riley Dreher gets the rebound, and Jenna Schmeiler will get credited for the block. At the other end now, Schmeiler with it on the left wing. She drove in and then takes it back out, kicks it over to Dreher at the top. Now back over to Martin. We're seeing what Hayes High did on their previous possession where they just worked it around, and now Zoe Winter will get the pass inside over to Lindenberger. Can't get the layup to go as she goes down hard, but it's a foul, and she'll go to the line. The foul will go against number 23, Kiara Briley, for her first. Zoe Winter was able to find Lindenberger underneath, and then she got hit as she went up for it, and the shot was no good. But she'll go to the line for the free throw. The first one takes a bounce off the right side of the rim, and no good. Slow start at the free throw line for Hayes High, but that could be the least of their problems. They're 15 for 24 from the field in this game, and they lead 35-2. As the second free throw for Lindenberger is up, it's good. Riley walking up the floor. We'll get a screen on Schmeidler, and the pass gets tipped, but they're able to complete it to Rivers. Getting heavy pressure from Zoe Winter. The pass almost stolen as they get it over to Harley. And now she's trapped on the baseline. Riley Dreher and Zoe Winter on the defense, and we're going to get a turnover for the Blue Jays. Hayes High will make another substitution. Kinley Winter, Molly Buckles, Lindsey Canick, and Morgan Armbruster back into the game. The inbound will come from Morgan Armbruster as she's called over to the other side of the floor. And Annie Humphrey will be the one bringing it up. And we'll also get a substitution for the Blue Jays as Danica Ellis, the senior, will check in for the first time tonight. .5:55 remaining here in the second quarter as Humphrey brings it up the floor. We'll stop, kick it over to Canick. And now with his Armbruster, she'll go inside to Buckles, and she'll miss the layup, but was able to get the putback. 38-2 is the Hayes High lead. Riley with it now, being guarded by Humphrey. A bounce pass over to the right wing, and then she'll get it back. And then she'll try a long three, pull up right away, off the back iron, no good. And Kinley Winter was there for the rebound, but she'll just let it go out of bounds. The Blue Jays still in search of their first made shot, 0 for 8 from the field to start this game. 2 points came from the free throw line. And they'll also make a substitution with Ania Henry Rivers checking out. Annie Humphrey will bring it up the floor for Hayes High, kick it over to Canick. Hayes High just works it around the arc, and now they'll go inside to Molly Buckles, takes one dribble, the spin, and the layup is good. Two straight points for the junior as Hayes High extends their lead. And Kinley Winter getting her first assist of the night. She's the leader in that category for Hayes High, averaging 1.6 per game. And Annie Humphrey comes out with the steal. She'll bring it up the floor, stops after passing the timeline, kicks it over to Armbruster, now inside. Molly Buckles gets another layup. How about this performance for Hayes High? 42-2 is their lead, and it's only the second quarter. And in fact, we're not even halfway through it as the pass goes over to Ellis. Junction City almost turned it over once again. Now we're going to get a pump fake from Briley. She drives into the paint and has the shot blocked by Buckles, and she also gets the rebound as well. Humphrey with it. Back over to Canick. They're still working that same play, but this time they'll skip Winter and then go into Buckles, and she gets the layup. Another Hayes High player into double figures as they take the 42-point lead. Riley will drive with it now for the Blue Jays and then has the pass deflected, but it will stay with Junction and they'll make a substitution. Bray Allen will check back in place of Briley. 4:03 remaining in the second quarter as the Blue Jays will inbound it with the usual of 3 stacked on the right side of the paint and then 1 at the free throw line. As the pass goes in, it's almost stolen by Hayes High as they try getting it into Allen. Now we're going to get a drive and a push called against Hayes High. Morgan Nabis got the pass on the right wing and then tried driving in, but got stopped. It'll be the first team foul of this quarter for Hayes High. It'll go against Kinley Winter for her second. We'll get the pass in to Nabis, and then she'll drive, gets double team, and we're going to get another foul call against Hayes High. This time it'll be 2 free throws. And that's another one going against Winter, so that's 3 for her, and we should see a substitution here in a moment for Hayes High. No one is at the scores table. But now we get a free throw attempt from Morgan Nabis, the junior. She'll take 3 dribbles and put the shot up, and it's good. And Nabis will get ready to attempt the second one. Canick and Buckles ready to rebound as this goes off the back iron, and Canick is the one that comes out with it. Blue Jays have struggled to score, but they have done pretty well at the free throw line. 3 for 4 so far as Armbruster takes it, goes inside. Molly Buckles up for another layup, no good, but gets her own miss and gets the putback. (46-3) is the Hayes High lead. What a night for this team. Kalia Riley with it being guarded by Humphrey. Was on the right wing and then works back the other way. And a 3-pointer on the way from Morgan Nabis. That's no good, and Canick cleans the glass. 3:17 remaining here in the second quarter as Humphrey will stop and go inside. Buckles, can she get another point? It bounces off the back iron. That's no good. Rebound still on the ground, but it was last touched by the Blue Jays. Bray Allen was there to get the rebound, but couldn't fully grasp it. But now Hayes High will inbound it. 2 on the block, 1 on the free throw line, 1 in the corner. The one on the free throw line was Humphrey, and she gets the inbound, kicks it over Armbruster, top of the arc 3 on the way, swish! Morgan Armbruster just was able to get open and able to hit the shot as Hayes High makes their second 3-pointer of the game and takes the 46-point lead. Kalia Riley with it, being guarded by Humphrey. Picks up her dribble on the right wing and then loses it, and the steal will go to Molly Buckles, who tipped it over right away to Humphrey. We're gonna get a timeout and a foul called against the Blue Jays. They'll go against number 11 Danica Ellis for her first of the night, and the second team foul for the Blue Jays. Team just trying to get out of this first half down 46. Something that they struggled with a lot last season. They got outscored last year by an average around 32.5 as Lindsey Canick will miss the shot. Danica Ellis will come down with the rebound. Riley will kick it over as they'll work it around the arc. And now a 3-point shot on the way from Allen. Rattles around and goes in. First made shot of the game for the Blue Jays, and Hayes High will call a timeout. We'll see if it's a full or 30-second. But we'll step away with 2:14 remaining here in the second quarter. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Following the Hayes High timeout with 2:14 remaining here in the second quarter, they'll get the ball back and put 5 seniors on the floor with Riley Dreher, Katie Lindenberger, Jace Roa, Kenley Winter, and Molly Martin. Dreher will be the one inbounding it to Martin as Hayes High looking to extend their lead as they're up by 43 with 2 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. Martin will kick it over to Roa, checking in for the first time. As they're just working around the arc. Dreher will get it at the top and then throw it over to Martin. So those two work back and forth. Now Dreher will take one dribble towards the left side and give it back to Martin. Waiting for someone to get open. They'll give it to Jace Roa. She'll pump fake the pass and will try driving in on a double team, but then gets it stolen by Kalia Riley. She'll go at the other end, 2-on-2 for Hayes High against Junction. And the layup is no good, and Riley Dreher's got her 4th rebound. She'll go right away up ahead. Katie Lindenberger, the layup off the pass from Riley Dreher, and it's good. .22 made shots in this game for Hayes High as Kalia Riley will walk it up the floor. Guarded by Dreher, she'll try a pull-up 3 right away. That's off the back iron, no good, and Molly Martin's got another rebound. That's her 3rd. Pass will go up to Kenley Winter. She'll drive on the left block. Will stop, kick it back out to Martin. Pump fakes a 3 and then drives. Pump fakes a pass and will try the layup. It's no good as she falls to the floor. That's a foul call against the Blue Jays. And now Molly Martin on the ground, a little slow to get up. We'll see what this is. And we're going to get a timeout called as the two teams will make their way to their bench. Martin a little slow to get up and then does get up. It's an injury to her right knee, but we'll step away as they look things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Back here at Hayes High School following the injury timeout for the Indians. Molly Martin fell to the floor on the layup and then was grabbing her right knee, a little bit slow to get up, but she was able to walk off by her own strength. And in checking in her place will be Jenna Schmeidler. The foul call will go against Morgan Davis. So 3 players on this 11-man roster for Junction City are in foul trouble with 2. As the first free throw for Schmeidler is good, extending her point total to 13. And the second one is good as well. So Hayes High now up by 48. Or correction, now up by 47. New player into the game now for the Blue Jays. It's Danica Ellis who will be the one bringing up the floor. Now Navis stops, kicks it out to Harley. Being guarded by Lindenberger, she'll stop and then drive in. And Jace Roa will come out with the steal for her first of the season. And give it back to Dreher as they'll bring up the floor. 18-second difference between the shot clock and game clock as Katie Lindenberg gets the pass on the baseline, gives it back to Schmeidler, and then gets it back. And we'll try the layup. It's no good. But she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. We'll get it on number 23, Kiara Briley, for her 2nd. And that's the 4th team foul of the second quarter for the Blue Jays. 4 points so far for Lindenberger. She goes to the line, got her first 2 points at the free throw line as she's 76% at the line this season, and she gets the first one to go. And Molly Martin returns back into the game in place of Jenna Schmeidler. As Lindenberger gets set for the second free throw to bring her point total up to 6. It rattles off the back iron and no good, and Morgan Davis will get her 2nd rebound. Now it's a 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock as Ellis will bring up the floor. Kenley Winter on the defense. She'll kick it over to Leah Campbell as they'll work it back to the other end of the court. The 3-pointer no good, and Jason Rowe will chase down the rebound. Riley Dreher will just walk up the court. She passes the timeline. Will drive with 11 seconds, being guarded tightly by Ellis. Has to find someone to throw to and gets it over to Katie Lindenberger. Bounce pass Jason Rowe, and the layup is good. First assist of the season for Katie Lindenberger, and Jace Aroa getting the points. And that will take us to halftime as the Lady Indians have a 50-point lead at the break, leading the Blue Jays 56-6. And we'll take a look back at our first half, as well as some stats for you when we come back. This is Ace High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
We welcome you back to Hayes High School on the halftime show as Hayes High leads at 56-6 at the break, just doing everything they can in this game and having their way as we take a look back at that first half, Hayes High got the first 18 points of the game, starting with a free throw from Katie Lindenberger, then layups following from players like Zoe Winter and Jenna Schmeidler, who are some of Hayes High's top scorers in this game so far. But Hayes High scored the first 18 points of the first quarter, but Junction City would follow with 2 free throws coming from Mayuns Harley, and then Hayes High would score the final 15, as well as there would be a 3-pointer from Morgan Armbruster to start the next run of 26 points, and it would end with 2 shots, both coming from Molly Buckles, who is second in scoring right now for Hayes High, and then another free throw would follow from the Blue Jays, Morgan Davis, to make it 44-3. And then Hayes High hit a shot from Molly Buckles, and then another 3-pointer from Morgan Armbruster, as both of Hayes High's 3-pointers in this first half. And Junction City got their first made field goal of the game from Brea Allen, who hit a 3-pointer to make it 49-6 off the assist coming from Kalia Riley. And then Hayes High would score the final 7 points of that first half as they take the 56-6 lead here at the break. And we'll now take a look at our individual and team numbers, starting off with Hayes High. The leading scorer is Jenna Schmeidler with 14, and right behind her is Molly Buckles with 12. Also in scoring, Morgan Armbruster has 6, with both those coming from 3-pointers, and Zoe Winter also has 6, and then rounding it out is Katie Lindenberger and Molly Martin with 5. Jason Roa has 2, and Lindsay Kanik has 4. Now looking over at the Blue Jays, they have 6 points so far. Brea Allen hit the 3-pointer, and then the free throws, 2 came from Mayuns Harley, and then 1 from Morgan Davis. And looking at Hayes High's other individual numbers, starting off with Jenna Schmeidler, 3 steals and a block in that first half. Annie Humphrey had a rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. Katie Lindberger finished with a rebound and an assist. Molly Martin had 3 rebounds and 2 assists, and then leads the way in steals with 5. Kinley Winter had a rebound, an assist, and 2 steals. And then going down to Morgan Armbruster, she finished with 2 assists in that first half. Jason Roa had a rebound and a steal. And then Riley Dreher had 4 rebounds and a block, while also getting 2 assists and 2 steals. Lindsay Kanik had 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And then rounding it out for the final 2, Molly Buckles had a rebound, a block, an assist, and 2 steals. And Zoe Winter had 3 rebounds and a steal. And looking over at the Blue Jays, Kalia Riley had an assist and a steal. Mayuns Harley and Ania Henry Rivers each had a rebound, and Danica Ellis had a rebound as well. And then Morgan Davis had 2 rebounds, and Kiera Briley had a rebound as well. And looking at our team numbers for this first half, Hayes High went 23 for 36 from the field and 2 for 5 from 3-point range, while also going 8 for 14 at the free throw line. They had 17 rebounds and 11 assists, as well as 17 steals and 3 blocks. And looking at the Blue Jays, 1 for 14 from the field, while going 1 for 8 from 3-point range with that 1 made shot, and then 3 for 4 at the free throw line, while also getting 6 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. And here at halftime, we do have a score from around the WAC. It is Liberal, their boys and girls who played earlier today. The girls from Woodward, they fall tonight against Lake City by a final score of 59-38. And then looking over at the boys' final score, they win tonight over Elk City 46-38, the final score in that one. And we'll take another break and have our second half action when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
We welcome you back to Hayes High School as we get set to start the second half in a game that is all but decided. Hayes High leads at 56-6 at halftime. And before we get back to the action, we'll take a look at some scores from around the state. Starting off with Moscow at home tonight, they win 36-25 over Deerfield. These are final scores on the girls' side. Fairfield gets a win over Stafford, 47-45. Big win on the road. Clearwater wins at Sterling 53-29. Life Prep falls to Pine Creek tonight 54-42. Southwestern Heights gets a win over Sweetwater tonight 49-19. Maxville with a 30-point win tonight over Sublette, that one 53-23. And Central Heights able to sneak by West Franklin on the road at home 30-27. Wheatland Grinnell in the Castle Rock Classic gets a 51-21 win over Logan Palco. And some other scores from around the state would include Rose Hill in front of Heston in the third quarter 27-5. And that'll do it for our halftime scores as we get set to return to our second half action. ASI will keep that senior group of Riley Dreher, Molly Martin, Katie Lindenberger, Jace Aroa, and Kenley Winter all on the floor as they hold the 50-point advantage. We'll get you an update real quick of who's on the floor for Junction City once they come out of the huddle. For them, they have Morgan Nabis. Isabel Pruitt is into the game, and so is Mayuns Harley, along with Kiera Briley, and rounding it out is Kalia Riley. Junction City will start with the ball. They'll throw it in from right in front of the Hayes High student section, right at midcourt. It will be an inbound to Pruitt, and she'll give it over to Riley right away. She'll wait for the offense to set up, holding up the signal. They'll keep four. They'll put two on each block as they'll get the screen set up. It's a bounce pass over to Nabis, being guarded by Roa. She'll drive into the paint. We'll try the layup against Riley Dreher, and it's no good. But she'll be fouled and go to the free throw line. So similar start to that first half where they got fouled right away. As Katie Lindenberger got fouled in the first 4 seconds of the game, and now in the first 17 seconds of this third quarter, the Blue Jays get fouled, and Morgan Davis will go to the free throw line as it goes off the side of the rim and no good. Davis will get set for the second free throw. She'll take 3 dribbles and put the free throw up, and it's good. Two points in this game for Nabis as they get the first points of the second half. Martin kicks it over to Winter, and now she'll drive right away and will stop on the left block. Trying to kick it back out over to Jace Aroa. She'll pump fake once, gets a bounce pass into Katie Lindenberger, takes one dribble, trying to spin her way out, and kicks it back out. Molly Martin, three-pointer from the top of the arc, no good. And the rebound is still loose, but Isabel Pruitt will come out with it in the end. Pruitt will bring it up the floor, kick it over to Navis. She'll try a shot right away. It goes off the side of the rim. That's no good. And Riley Dreher gets the rebound. Some tight defense from the Blue Jays. They'll go against Brea Allen. Push Riley Dreher out of bounds in front of the Junction City bench. That'll be Allen's first foul of the game. With a small roster Junction City has, that's something that they got to be careful about. They have 4 players in this game with 2 fouls, which was something they had to worry about a little bit in the first half, but were able to pull through as Jace Aroa gets the pass now, kicks it out to Riley Dreher, pump fakes the 3, then drives and pulls up the shot. It's no good. And the rebound goes to Morgan Davis, but she was fouled as she got it. So Jace Aroa will get the second foul of this third quarter for Hayes High, and the first foul for her as well. Isabel Pruitt will bring it up the floor, kick it over to Nabis. She'll drive, being guarded by Roa, and pulls up a shot on the baseline. It's good. Junction City just trying to fight back as they get the first 3 points of the second half. And the program just trying to rebuild, but now Jason Rowe gets the pass and kicks it over to Katie Lindenberger, and she's fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up for the 6-foot senior. It'll be Mayuns Harley who gets called for the foul, the senior first player in this game for the Blue Jays to get 3 fouls, and it's also the second player in this game as Kenley Winter for Hayes High has 3 fouls as well. But Lindenberger's first free throw will take a bounce off the front of the rim and rolls out. And Danica Ellis returns into the game in place of Mayuns Harley. With her 3 fouls, she'll check out of the game. But now Lindenberger steps up to the line to get the first points of this second half for the Lady Indians. And it's up, and it's good. Six points in this game for Lindenberger is a little bit of a fast tempo here for Junction City. Riley with it, kicks it over into the corner. Now Brea Allen will try a 3-pointer that's no good. Starting to roll out of bounds, but able to get it back as the shot's blocked now by Molly Martin. we're going to get a jump ball, and it will stay with Hayes High. Kalia Riley was the one that got the rebound, saved it from going out of bounds. But now we're 2 minutes into this third quarter as Molly Martin brings it up the floor and kicks it over to Winter right away on the right wing. Gets a screen from Lindenberger driving in. Bounce pass back to Lindenberger on the layup is no good, but she was fouled once again. It'll go against Morgan Navis, the leading scorer so far for Junction City. Becomes their second player with 3 fouls, and doesn't look like they're going to make a substitution. We'll see what head coach Breon Little decides to do. And she'll keep her out there. She's not sending anybody over to the scores table, but Lindenberger gets the first free throw to go. (58-9) is the Hayes High lead. 5:55 remaining here in the third quarter. And the second free throw is up, and it's nothing but net. Hayes High back up to a 50-point lead with 3 straight points from Katie Lindenberger. And now with it, Navis, she'll drive on the right corner. She's been there for the majority. It's been her position on the floor for the majority of this third quarter, and now the rebound is loose. And Bria Allen for the Blue Jays tried making a diving effort for it, but couldn't get it. She's a little slow to get up now. And they'll make a substitution and in her place, they'll put Kiara Briley back into the game. So Jason Rowe will inbound it to Molly Martin. 5:39 remaining here in the third quarter. At this pace, Hayes High will get a running clock here in the fourth quarter. Lindenberger pump fakes the pass and then throws it back over to Martin. She'll run towards that left wing and then kick it over to Winter. She'll go inside. Lindenberger takes one dribble, the spin, and the layup no good. As it's still on the ground, it'll go out to Briley for her second of the night. 3 straight missed shots from the field for Hayes High. They'll get another steal. Riley Dre will be the one that comes out with it, and then she'll get fouled right away. 3 steals for the senior, and the foul goes against Danica Ellis. And it's the 4th team foul as well for Junction City, and Hayes High will make some substitutions. Annie Humphrey back into the game. So is Morgan Armbruster, Jenna Schmeidler, Molly Buckles, and Zoe Winter. Armbruster will inbound it after the ref had a discussion with Coach Little for the Blue Jays. It'll go over to Buckles. She'll pump fake the pass and then give it over to Schmeidler, and she'll drive with a clear path in front of her, and the layup is good. Buckles gets the assist, and now Schmeidler up to 16 points in this game. It's a bounce pass inside. The shot is up from Briley. It's no good. And Zoe Winter will come down with rebound number 4. And Jenna Schmeidler had a pass up to Molly Buckles that was wide open, but then traveled with it, and the Blue Jays will get it back. Kalia Riley walking up the floor. As the Blue Jays just play for experience at this point, down 52. This is a program that, like we said in the pregame show, in a rebuild phase. A team that's only had 2 seasons with at least 5 wins in the last 10 years as they missed the 3-pointer there. Molly Buckles will have rebound number 2. But the thing for Junction City is that it's going to have to take an entire culture change to get the program back to what it used to be at the early parts of this century. The layup from Molly Buckles is no good, and Kalia Riley will get her second rebound. She'll work towards that to the right wing and then hand it off to Navis, and we're going to get a foul call against Hayes High. So it'll go against Zoe Winter, her first of the night. And it's team foul number 3 for Hayes High in this third quarter. The Blue Jays will divide and conquer, and a bounce pass into Navis. And then she loses the ball. Zoe Winter will come out with the steal for her second of the night. And that's also her 5th of the season. Armbruster up ahead. Buckles pump fakes once, tries to layup. It's no good. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul call against Buckles. She tipped it into the air, and they're going to say she hit somebody as she did it. So the Blue Jays will bring it up the floor. It'll be Isabel Pruitt, the freshman playing in her first game, being guarded by Humphrey. Passes it over to Ellis and then works it back over to Pruitt. She'll try to do some moves and then drive in, and they're going to get a whistle and a foul call against Hayes High. So we'll get this one on Annie Humphrey for her first, and that's team foul number 5 for Hayes High. So now the Blue Jays will get some free throws to try to get to double digits in the game. Pruitt's first free throw is up, and it's good. Pruitt's second free throw is up, and it bounces off the front, and it just hits off the front of the rim. It's no good, but it was last touched by Zoe Winter, so it will stay with the Blue Jays. Kalia Riley will inbound it. As the Blue Jays divide and conquer, Annie Humphrey tips the pass, but then Danica Ellis gets it back, and they'll try the shot from Ellis, and she gets it to go. It was Isabel Pruitt that attempted the shot, and Danica Ellis will get the assist. Jenna Schmeidler with it now. Will stop at the top of the arc, go inside. Zoe Winter with the layup, and it's good. First assist of the game for Jenna Schmeidler, and we're going to get a timeout. And it'll be a substitution timeout as Hayes High will check in Kinsley Newell for the first time tonight. And we'll keep this, other than that, we'll keep the same group on the floor as Newell. Played in 18 games last season. We'll check in for the first time tonight. 3:13 remaining here in the third quarter. Riley with it being guarded by Schmeidler. Kicks it over to Ellis as she'll look and throw it back over to Pruitt. She'll drive. Being guarded by Newell, lost the ball and goes in for the layup, and it's good. And now at the other end, Molly Buckles can't get the layup to fall, and then Morgan Davis will come down with her fourth rebound of the game. And at the other end, she'll stop, kick it back out to Riley. She'll take a few dribbles and then stop and go back out. Kicks it over now to Ellis. As the Blue Jays just look for the open shot. It goes out to Nabis, who pump fakes the three and then drives in, can't get it to fall. And Molly Buckles has her third rebound. Schmeidler will kick it over to Armbruster. She'll try a right wing three. It's on the way and off the back iron. It's no good. And the rebound will go out to Isabel Pruitt. But as she recovered it, it's a foul against Hayes High's Kinsley Newell. Newell was going for the rebound and then wrapped around Pruitt at the end of the play before the whistle. And now Pruitt getting set to attempt the second free throw. She'll put it up, and it's good. Junction City 6 for 9 at the line tonight as Hayes High will make a substitution, checking in a few players for the first time tonight. And choose Rylan Harrington as well as Liz Cunningham. Kinsley Newell will stay on the floor, but also in is Lindsay Canick. And the second free throw is no good. Ball still loose, and it will be recovered by the Blue Jays' Kira Briley, and they'll just bring it back out. The shot no good, and with the rebound is Canick for her third. We'll go at the other end. The player that checked in was Brinley Rupp as she'll bring up the floor, had it deflected but gets it back. Liz Cunningham with it, will work towards the left wing and come back out, kicks it over to Harrington. And now gives it back to Rupp on the right corner. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Gives it over to Newell. She'll pump fake one way and then pump fake once again. But they're going to say this time that she traveled with it, picked her left foot up, and then the right one followed after that, and that's where the travel came from. 63-15 is the Hayes High lead. A minute 46 remaining here in the third quarter. Kalia Riley will get the play call. We'll try a long pull-up three. It's on the way and off the front of the rim. No good. And it will roll out, but it will stay with the Blue Jays. I think they're going to say Lindsay Canick touched it last. They'll put 2 on the block and 2 on the free throw line as it's a bounce pass inbound to Nabis. Can't get it to fall, and then Kinsley Newell will come out with her third rebound of the season. She'll get a bounce pass over. Rylan Harrington, she'll try a right corner three on the way. It's no good. But Brinley Rupp there for the rebound, and the putback, it's no good, but she was fouled on the way up. So Brinley Rupp gets her first rebound of the season and will now get a chance to get her first points of her high school career as well. She'll take 2 dribbles and put the shot up, and it takes a bounce off the front of the rim, no good. Morgan Navis will check out of the game now for Junction City, and Brea Allen coming in her place. As Rupp's second free throw is up, it takes a bounce off the front of the rim. It's no good. And Danica Ellis comes out with the rebound, but Rupp able to steal it right back. She'll give it over to Lindsay Canick. She'll spin and can't get the shot to fall, but we're going to get a foul call that will say it was on the floor, but either way, that's 5 fouls against the Blue Jays, so Hayes High will go back to the line. We'll get it on Brea Allen. That'll be her third personal foul of this game. Or correction, they're actually going to get the foul on Kara Briley. And the Blue Jays will make a substitution now, as Isabel Pruitt will check out of the game. Lindsay Canick did make her first free throw, and she gets the second one to fall as well. They'll bring it up the floor, and it'll be a pass inside to Mayuns Harley, and then she gets fouled on the way up. Wide open underneath the basket, but got fouled. We'll see who they get this on. It's against Lindsay Canick for her second. And now Mayuns Harley will go back to the line, has 2 points in this game. Both of those coming from free throws. First one is up, and it rattles out, no good. 2 straight misses at the free throw line for the Blue Jays. Harley will just take 3 dribbles for her second free throw, and it will be put up, and it's good. Hayes High will bring up the floor. It's Brindley Rupp. She'll get a pass up ahead to Newell and then to Cunningham. They'll go inside to Lindsay Canick. She'll take 1 dribble with the spin, bounces off the back iron, and then rolls out, and it's going to be a foul against Hayes High. So that'll be Lindsay Canick's 3rd foul. And this time going to the free throw line will be Kalia Riley. Has attempted quite a few shots tonight for Junction City, but hasn't been able to get any to fall, but has a chance to get her first points right here. Along with that, she has 2 rebounds, an assist, and a steal as the first one is up, and it's good. So she'll get ready for the second one. 54 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Hayes High with a 48-point advantage, and this one will take a bounce off the back iron and then go out of bounds. Lindsay Canick wanted a foul for Mayuns Harley, but either way, Harley was the one that deflected it out of bounds. And Hayes High will get it back. 17-second difference between the shot clock and game clock as the pass goes over to Harrington. She'll pump fake once and then go to the top of the arc and kick it over to Cunningham. Hayes High just working it around. It'll be a pass inside that gets deflected by Kalia Riley, and it will stay with Hayes High. Cunningham will inbound it. Hayes High will put 2 on the block and 2 on the free throw line. We'll get it into Lindsay Canick. She'll take 1 dribble and drive into the paint. The layup no good, and had a collision there with Brindley Rupp as it goes out of bounds. 5 straight missed shots for the Lady Indians, and the shot clock is dead as the Blue Jays' Kalia Riley will bring it up the floor. Waits for the offense to set up, and then we'll take some steps back, backing up to the H of the midcourt logo, and then we'll try to pull up 3. It's on the way, and it's off the back iron and no good. And then getting the rebound is Kira Briley. She'll stop and have it stolen from her by Kinsley Newell. And it'll be poked free and out of bounds, but it will stay with Hayes High. Ten seconds left in this 3rd quarter. Brindley Rupp with it. We'll do a spin move trying to drive in. 6 seconds remaining. We'll take it back out and get a pass over to Kinsley Newell. She'll do a bounce pass into Liz Cunningham, but has it stolen by the Blue Jays' Danica Ellis for her first of the night. And that'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Hayes High is still well in control of this, and this game's all but decided. Hayes High leads at 65-17 as we go into the final quarter. This is Hayes High basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
We welcome you back to Hayes High School as we start the fourth quarter. Junction City will have it with Kalia Riley bringing up the floor. Hayes High in front 65-17, scored 56 points in the first half and just have never looked back as they get their bench in some minutes, and it gets stolen by Brinley Rupp for her second steal of the night. And she'll go into the left corner, stop and kick it back out to Armbruster. As Hayes High just working some ball movement, trying to kill the clock, but they'll now give it an inside pass to Lindsey Canick, and she gets fouled on the way up as Danica Ellis deflected it away. And that'll be her third foul of the game. Or they're actually going to get it on Bria Allen for her second. So another player for the Blue Jays entering into the 2-foul category. They have 6 so far in this game. 6 players so far in this game, and Lindsey Kent gets her first free throw to fall. Fourteenth made free throw in this game for the Lady Indians, and she gets another one to go as well. And with Hayes High's lead, they do have the running clock here in this fourth quarter as we're already through the first minute. And they're going to get a drive now for Bria Allen for the Blue Jays, and then she lost it out of bounds being guarded by Canick. And Hayes High will get it back. Armbruster will be the one inbounding it to Brinley Rupp on the floor for Hayes High. It's Armbruster, Rupp, Jasa Roa, and Kinsley Newell and Lindsey Canick. For the Blue Jays, it's Kalia Riley along with Ania Henry Rivers, Danica Ellis, Mayuns Harley, and also in the game is Bria Allen. Morgan Armbruster with the ball, kicks it over to Rupp. She'll go inside, and wide open Lindsey Canick under the basket, and the layup's good. She'll enter into double figures now with 10 as she gets the first 4 points up of this fourth quarter for Hayes High. As Kalia Riley will have it, almost had it stolen as she got the pass to Danica Ellis and then gets it back. As the Blue Jays will just look for the open look, and then Kalia Riley can't hit the three, and Jason Roa comes down with her second rebound of the game. At the other end now, Lindsey Canick, another layup falls. Brinley Rupp will be given her second assist of the game. But this start to this fourth quarter has been all Canick. Let's look at the pass over now. Ania Henry Rivers being guarded by Armbruster. She'll drive and will stop underneath the basket, being triple team. Kicks it out to Ellis, and then they'll wait for the offense to set back up. It's a bounce pass inside. Harley with it, can't get the shot to fall, but is fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up. Look at the foul on Jasa Roa for her second foul of this game and the first foul of this fourth quarter for Hayes High. 5:13 remaining in the fourth quarter, again with the running clock for Hayes High's lead. Harley's first free throw is up, and it's good. Hayes High will make some substitutions. Canick will check out of the game, and so will Kinsley Newell. And in their place, Rylan Harrington returns to the game, and so does Liz Cunningham. As we await the second free throw from Mayuns Harley. It'll be put up, and it's good. At the other end now, Morgan Armbruster, three-pointer on the way is good. All of her points have been three-pointers in this game as she has 9 and extends the Hayes High lead back to 55. With it now is Pruitt, being guarded by Armbruster. She'll get the screen from Briley, and then we'll try a pull-up shot after passing the three-point line. And Morgan Armbruster will come down with the rebound for her first of the night, and we're going to get a foul against the Blue Jays. The foul will go against Pruitt for her first of this game. And Riley Harrington will inbound it for Hayes High. Or correction, Morgan Armbruster will be the one inbounding it. Harrington was underneath, but then came out and will just go up the floor as it'll be Brinley Rupp bringing it up. Being guarded by Riley, she'll go to the top of the arc and then kick it over to Harrington. Pump fakes once and then goes back to Armbruster. Into the paint now, Jasa Roa takes one dribble, kicks it back out to Brinley Rupp, who will drive all the way to the basket, layup, the floater, no good. And the rebound out to Harley for her second. Riley with it now, driving. Will go into a double team with the layup. It's no good. And Harrington will come down with her first rebound of the night. At the other end now, she'll try the layup, and Harrington gets it to go. And we're going to get a timeout called by Junction City, and we're going to step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School following the Junction City timeout as the Lady Indians in front 76-19. And it'll be Morgan Navis inbounding it for the Blue Jays into Kalia Riley. Hayes High keeping that same group on the floor. The other three at the other end for Junction City are Mayuns Harley as well as Danica Ellis and Anaya Henry Rivers. Riley waiting for the offense to set up. Took a few steps to the right and then throws it cross court to Navis, and then she'll drive, get triple teamed in the lane, and the shot is no good. But they're going to say she was fouled and was on the floor, so it'll be an inbound from the left side of the basket. The foul will go against Rylan Harrington for her first of the night, and the second team foul in this fourth quarter for Hayes High. 2:40 remaining in the game as Riley looking for someone to throw to. Throws it in, and the shot no good by Harley, and the rebound goes out to Kinsley Newell. And now we're going to get a pass from Newell that goes off the foot of Kalia Riley, and there's the whistle for the kickball. Remind you to stick around for the post-game show where we'll take a look back at what Hayes High did tonight to get to this point where they're now up by 57. And then after that, we will have our pregame show for the boys' game as well as that one. Should be a good one as Liz Cunningham gets the inbound. Rupp with it now off the handoff. As we now enter the final 2 minutes, it's a pass over to Liz Cunningham in the paint. Jason Roa can't get the layup to go, but Morgan Navis will get the rebound. With it now, Navis will go to the other end. Almost lost the ball, but then Kalia Riley kicks it over to Henry Rivers, and the shot no good. And Newell comes down with rebound number 3. 10 straight missed shots now for the Blue Jays, and we're going to get a foul call against Hayes High as Kalia Riley comes out with the steal. It'll go against Kinsley Newell for her second foul in this game. As we just play out these final 80 seconds, and Hayes High will improve to 3-0 on the year, or correction, will improve to 5-0 on the year. As Junction City will have it 70 seconds to go in the game. Henry Rivers will put it up, and it can't get the shot to fall, gets her own miss, and then Brinley Rupp comes out with her third steal. Newell with it, gives it back over to Rupp. Throws it cross court. Rylan Harrington, three-pointer on the way. It's good. Brinley Rupp will get the assist, and Rylan Harrington up to 5 points in the game. Now three-pointer from the Blue Jays. It's no good. Morgan Navis will come out with another rebound. Can't get the shot to fall, but she was fouled on the way up. With 30 seconds remaining, we'll see if these two free throw attempts end up running out the clock. Hayes High with a 60-point lead. Morgan Davis has 4 points in this game, putting her third in scoring for the Blue Jays, and she gets the shot to fall. She'll get ready for the second free throw with 5 seconds remaining. This one rattles out, no good. but the Blue Jays get the rebound to Danica Ellis, and she gets trapped, and that will run out the clock as Hayes High wins it 79-20 in their final home game of the 2024 part of the season, improving to 5-0 on the year and handing Junction City their first loss of the season. And we'll have our post-game show coverage when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School on the postgame show as the Lady Indians get the win 79-20 over Junction City. And we're now going to take a look back at how this game unfolded. Hayes High for the first half, it was all scoring runs. They scored the first 18 points of the game, with the first points coming from Katie Lindberger and Zoe Winter. And then Junction City would respond with 2 free throws coming from Mayuns Harley. And then Hayes High would go on a run that carried into the second quarter, 26 points that started with a three-pointer from Morgan Armbruster. And was part of a 33-2 Hayes High lead at the end of the first quarter. Moving on, Hayes High got 11 points to start. They got the first 11 points of the second quarter, and the Blue Jays would get another free throw, this time from Morgan Navis, and then Hayes High would respond with a basket from Molly Buckles, followed by another three-pointer from Morgan Armbruster, and the Blue Jays got their first made shot from the field in the game with a three-pointer from Brea Allen. And then Hayes High would round out the first half, scoring the final 7 points, with the first 2 coming from Katie Lindenberger, following with 2 more from Jenna Schmeidler, a free throw from Katie Lindenberger, and then a 2-point basket by Jace Aroa. So Hayes High led 56-6 at halftime, and then the Blue Jays came out fighting just to play for pride at that point to start the second half, as they got a free throw from Morgan Davis as well as a basket from her. And then Hayes High would respond with the next 5 points, and then the 2 teams kind of traded back and forth for the remainder of that third quarter, as Hayes High took the 65-17 advantage into the final 8 minutes. And with the running clock, Hayes High scored the first 6 points of the fourth quarter. All those coming from Lindsay Canick, who finished with 12 tonight. And then 2 more free throws followed from Mayuns Harley to make it 71-19. And then Hayes High's last 8 points came from 2 3-pointers from both. One from Morgan Armbruster and one from Rylan Harrington, who also had a basket at the end. And then the final point for the Blue Jays was a free throw from Morgan Davis. And in the end, Hayes High wins it by a final score of 79-20. We're going to take another break and have our final numbers when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
Back here at Hayes High School on the postgame show. Again, the Lady Indians win it tonight by a final score of 79-20, and we're now going to take a look at our final numbers. Starting with Hayes High, 3 players entered into double figures tonight. Jenna Schmeidler led the way with 16, and following behind her, Lindsay Kennick and Molly Buckles both had 12. Also for Hayes High, Morgan Armbruster had 9 points, with all 3 of those coming with 3. She hit 3 3-pointers in tonight's game. Katie Lindberger finished behind her with 8. And also, Zoe Winter also had 8 as well. Rylan Harrington and Molly Martin both had 5 points. And then rounding it out, Jason Roa and Kenley Winter each had 2. And looking over at the Blue Jays, their leading scorer tonight was Isabel Pruitt with 6. Following behind her was Mayuns Harley with 5. And Morgan Davis also had 5. And then rounding it out, Brea Allen had 3 and Kalia Riley had 1. And looking at Hayes High's other individual numbers, 1 rebound, 3 assists, and 3 steals for Brinley Rupp. Jenna Schmeidler had a block shot as well as 3 steals and an assist. Annie Humphrey with 1 rebound, 2 assists, and a steal. And looking at Katie Lindbergh, a rebound and an assist for her first of the season in that category. Molly Martin had 4 rebounds and 2 assists and continues to add to her career numbers in the steals category with 5, doubling what she averages per game in that category at 2.5. Kenley Winter had a rebound, an assist, and 2 steals. And then Morgan Armbruster had a rebound and 2 assists. Jason Roa finished with 2 rebounds and a steal. Kinsley Knoll had 3 rebounds and a steal. And then Rylan Harrington had a rebound, and Riley Dreher had 5 rebounds, as well as 1 block, 2 assists, and 3 steals. Lindsay Canick finished with 3 rebounds and 2 assists. Molly Buckles had 3 rebounds, a block, 2 assists, and 2 steals. And then finishing it out is Zoe Winter with 4 rebounds and 2 steals. And looking over at the Blue Jays, Isabel Pruitt had 2 rebounds, and so did Kalia Riley, who also had an assist and 2 steals. Mayuns Harley finished with 2 rebounds, and so did Ania Henry Rivers. 3 rebounds tonight for Danica Ellis to go with an assist and a steal. Morgan Davis was the leader in rebounds for the Blue Jays with 6, and then Kiara Briley had 4 rebounds. And looking at our final team numbers, starting with Hayes High, 55 attempted shots in this game. They ended up making 30, while also going 4 for 10 from three-point range and 15 for 24 at the free throw line. In this game, Hayes High had 29 rebounds and 18 assists, and in total in the steals category, they ended up with 23 and also had 3 blocks. And looking over at the Blue Jays, 4 for 35 from the field, going 1 for 15 from three-point range, and 11 for 18 at the free throw line. And then rounding it out, they had 21 rebounds in the game, as well as 2 assists and 3 steals. And that'll do it for our post-game coverage of tonight's girls' game. And we'll have the boys pregame show when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
We welcome you back to Hayes High School as we are about set to watch the Hayes High Indians take on the 10th ranked team in 6A, the Junction City Blue Jays, in our second half of tonight's action. And before we take a look at both teams, we'll get some final scores from around the state. Starting off with one we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Liberal in Woodward, Oklahoma gets a win over Elk City tonight, 46-38. And we'll also take a look at some other games going on around the state. Cheyenne Wells goes on the road and defeats Elkhart 66-49. Deerfield survives at home against Satanta 64-56. Logan Palco in the Castle Rock Classic gets a 45-39 win over the Ellis Railers. Also, Lions at home defeats the Tushans from Inman 53-34. Natoma survives on the road over the Chase Cats 29-20. Hayden gets a win 56-46 over Spring Hill, and Maxville defeats Sublette 59-47. And we'll now get you a look at both teams, starting off with what Hayes High did back on Tuesday night against Liberal. In that last game, it was looking like it was going to be close, but that didn't last long didn't last long as the Indians never trailed and scored more than double the amount of points that the Redskins had. In the beginning, Liberal had some tight defense and got the closest they would all night, down 7-4. But Hayes High went on a run and took a 19-8 lead at the end of the first quarter, and the Indians extended their lead to 17 on 2 separate occasions in the next quarter and played some very tough defense to take a 36-20 lead into the half. And just like the girls' game, the second half was all Hayes High. The Indians outscored Liberal 24-7 in the third quarter, which included going 5 for 8 from three-point range. And because of that, the Indians got a running clock in the fourth quarter and gave all their bench players minutes en route to a 70-34 win. And looking back at Hayes High scoring in that game, Dawson Reuter led with 17, meaning that he has reached double figures in every game this season. And some other players chipped in, including Cooper Johnson finishing with 14 and Jonathan Kano getting 10 points. And because Hayes High played their bench for the fourth quarter, 11 of 13 players scored in that game. It was a great showing all around by the Indians in their WAC opener. But now they'll shift their attention over to the Junction City Blue Jays. The Blue Jays played their first game last week, defeating Atchison 74-51. And while being ranked 10th in the KBCA rankings for 6A, this team is looking for another big year. Just looking back at last season where the Blue Jays went 18-4 and won their first ever Centennial League championship, they got some big wins against teams like Great Bend in their season opener, had a 3-game stretch where they won all those games against Topeka West, Bishop Carroll, and Washburn Rural. And Junction also went on a 9-game win streak from mid-January to mid-February, which included a revenge win over Manhattan before losing their last 2 games of the season. But they get all their Centennial League selections back this year, including all 6A selection and Centennial League Player of the Year Jackson Austin. And some other players showed some strong performances in the season opener against Atchison, including junior Lavelle Autry, who led the way in scoring with 23, and 6A honorable mention Larkin Turner had a big performance as well. And that'll do it for our team rundowns. We'll take another break and have our starting lineups when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or take it.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School on the pregame show as the Indians get set to take on Junction City, and we're now going to get you our starting lineups here for tonight's game. Starting off with the Blue Jays, they will start Centennial League Player of the Year, number 1, Jackson Austin, senior, standing at 6'1". Also getting the start is 5'9" senior, number 4, Isaiah Handy. Number 10, Jatwan Williams, had 9 points against Atchison. Will start tonight. Lavelle Autry, who we mentioned in the team rundowns, was their leading scorer against Atchison. He will start. And then rounding it out is the first team Centennial League selection, Larkin Turner. And for Hayes High, this is who they will go with. They will go with Trey Oakley, the 6'2 junior, along with Cooper Johnson, the 6'2 senior who leads the team in steals, and Isaac Fox will get the start as well. Carter Lang will be at the point guard position. The senior standing at 5'10", wearing number 1. And then rounding it out, Dawson Reuter, who leads Hayes High in 4 different categories, including points, rebounds, blocks, and assists, will get the start as well. And that'll do it for the pregame show. We'll have tip-off for you when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or tick it.
Back here at Hayes High School as we are about ready to get things underway in our second matchup of tonight's action is Hayes High against Junction City. Again, on the floor for Hayes High to start this game will be Trey Oakley, Cooper Johnson, Isaac Fox, Carter Lang, and Dawson Reuter. For the Blue Jays, Jackson Austin, Isaiah Handy, Jaytwan Williams, Lavelle Autry, and Larkin Turner. Hayes High is wearing their white jerseys and our uniform description with maroon numbers and a gold outline with Hayes across the front in white with a maroon outline. Blue Jays going with a dark gray jersey with blue numbers and letters. It says JCHS across the front with a white outline. It'll be Isaac Fox tipping against Larkin Turner. The 6'2 senior was a first-team Centennial League selection a year ago. Hayes High will be going from right to left and the Blue Jays left to right. The official is set. He blows his whistle. He'll put the tip up, and it will go to Trey Oakley, and we are underway here for the second game of tonight. Half-court press defense from the Blue Jays. Handy gives up ahead, and now Oakley gives it up ahead to Fox. Back to Reuter. Pump fakes a few times and then gives it up ahead to Oakley, and we get our first whistle of the game 12 seconds in. He'll go against the Blue Jays. They'll get it on number 4, Isaiah Handy, for the first foul of the game. As Trey Oakley got the pass, it was some tight defense from Isaiah, and they got the whistle. As Oakley gets the inbound, he'll throw it over to Isaac Fox. Waiting for someone to get open, kicks it over to Dawson Reuter. Pump fakes once, gets it inside to Trey Oakley, takes one dribble, back out to Reuter. He'll try a three-pointer. It's on the way, and it rattles out no good. And the rebound to the Blue Jays, Lavelle Autry. We'll go up the floor real quickly. Autry is at the point, waiting for the offense to set up. Jackson Austin also in the backcourt. They'll work it around the arc a little bit. Handy with it, gets it over to Austin. Long three-pointer. It's on the way, and it's good. Now Hayes High going to try to go up the floor. Trey Oakley with it, running past Handy, and then runs into the paint and then gets tripped up on the way in. And no, they're actually going to say it's a travel. So Hayes High will have to give it back to the Blue Jays. As Oakley fell to the floor, he was called for the travel. And now Lavelle Autry will bring it back up the floor. He'll pass the timeline. Trey Oakley will be the one guarding him, and he kicks it over to Jackson Austin. And now over to Turner. And now Austin gets it back. Had that three-pointer just a second ago. Had an open look, but instead kicks it over to Autry. And now they'll give the pass to the left wing, and it'll be a handoff to Williams. He'll drive, being guarded by Johnson all the way to the basket. The shot is blocked. It's no good. And Dawson Reuter is going to be the one that comes out with the rebound. Cooper Johnson got the block. Oakley with it. Trying to get away from the tight defense from Junction City. It's a bounce pass inside from Kano to Reuter. He's waiting for a backdoor cut. Goes over to Fox. Now back to Oakley. Three-pointer on the way from the left wing. Takes one bounce and is over the backboard. No good. So Hayes High's first two shots in this game have been three-pointers, and both of them have been misses. 6:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Blue Jays in front 3-0. Autry brings up the floor and will walk up towards that right wing. As they'll kick it around. Good ball movement so far here at the beginning from the Blue Jays. Isaiah Handy with it. Gives it over to Autry. Pump fakes once. Waits for a screen and then gets it from Turner. Will go to the top of the arc, being guarded by Oakley. He'll stop in the paint and will be called for the whistle and the travel. And Hayes High forces the first turnover of the game for Junction City. Cooper Johnson will be the one inbounding it. Now they'll put Johnny Kano in the backcourt with Trey Oakley as well to avoid this three-man press. We'll get it into Oakley. Handy on the defense. Oakley trying to work his way up court. We'll get into a double team and we'll lose the ball, but we're going to get a foul call against the Blue Jays. Lavelle Autry will be called for it. After Trey Oakley passed midcourt, he put his hand in to try to steal it, but instead will get called for the foul, and that's two in this first quarter for Junction City. Hayes High will throw it in front of the Junction City bench. They'll stack four, and Dawson Reuter will be the one open man. He'll wait for Trey Oakley to pass half court and then hands it to him. Into a double team, and then Oakley kicks it around to Fox. He'll go back out. Kano thought about trying a three. Instead, we'll kick it back to Fox. Over to Oakley. He'll drive in. We'll stop. Out to Johnson. He thought about trying a three as well, and instead gives it over to Oakley. Three-pointer. It's on the way. No good. But Kano there for the rebound. And he'll drive into the paint, and the layup's good. Johnny Kano with the first points of the game for Hayes High. Now Autry with it, being guarded by Oakley. He tried to do a move to drive in, instead gives it to Williams. Fox on the defense, he kicks it out. Junction City just handing it off, and now they'll go into the paint. And Larkin Turner tried going in for a dunk. Autry gets the assist, but he still gets the shot to go. Trey Oakley will bring it up the floor. Will pump fake once and then kick it out to Isaac Fox, and now Dawson Reuter takes it. Fox gets it back on the handoff, kicks it out. Kano, left corner three on the way, and it's no good. Rebound will go to the Blue Jays, Jackson Austin. Hayes High has attempted 4 3-pointers at the beginning of this game and have not gotten any to fall. And at the other end, on the right baseline, we're going to get a push and foul called against Isaac Fox, who bumped into Jackson Austin underneath. We'll get our first substitution of the game and see Cedric Albanese, the 5'10 senior, check in for the first time tonight. The inbound for the Blue Jays will feature 2 on the block and 2 on the free throw line, and it will go into Williams. Turner hands it off to Autry, and we're going to get a whistle and another foul call against Hayes High. Jackson Austin fell to the floor, and they're going to get the foul call against Dawson Reuter. Second team foul of this first quarter for Hayes High. Same formation for the Blue Jays as they look for the open man, and it'll be a pass in, and Isaac Fox deflects it, and they're going to say that it's Hayes High ball. Last touch by J-Twan Williams. Big stand there for the Indian defense. After a couple foul calls, they were able to pull through and force the turnover. Cooper Johnson inbounding it against Trey Oakley and Johnny Cano, trying to counter this 3-man backcourt press from Junction City. This time Cano will bring it up the floor. He's guarded by Autry. We'll pass the timeline, trying to get past him, looking for someone open to throw it to. He finds Cooper Johnson on the right wing. He gets a bounce pass inside to Reuter. Backs down his man, will spin all the way to the basket, and the layup's good. Big shot there for Dawson Reuter, getting the second basket of the game to fall, and Hayes High trails by 1 as we're now halfway through this first quarter. The pass goes over to Cedric Albanese, just checked in a moment ago, and a bounce pass over to Turner as those two just work back and forth. Pass goes over to Autry, and Oakley on the defense. Johnson tried going in for the steal, but Albanese will take it as they just work it around. We're going to get a drive now from J-Twan Williams, but they're going to say he traveled right before he went in. Won't see any substitutions here. Cooper Johnson getting ready to inbound it once again in the backcourt on the defense for the Blue Jays is Jackson Austin, Cedric Albanese, and Lavelle Autry. Kano trying to bring it up the floor. Dribbles the ball behind his back to try to change directions, and then gets the pass over to Cooper Johnson. He'll try driving, being guarded by Austin. He'll go all the way to the basket on a double team, gets the shot blocked, and the rebound to Larkin Turner. At the other end, the layup is good. J-Twan Williams just took it all the way to the basket and gets it to fall. 3-point lead here for the Blue Jays as Trey Oakley has it, 3:12 remaining here in the first quarter. He tried going into the right corner, and they're going to get a charge foul against Trey Oakley. Try pushing off against Cedric Albanese is what they're going to say, and now we're going to get a substitution here for the Blue Jays. Larkin Turner will check out, and that will bring in the tallest guy on their team, the 6'5 sophomore Brody Beckman. Williams will inbound it and bring it up the floor is Autry. They'll kick it over to Beckman. Big man on big man. It's Reuter on the defense as they'll give it back to Autry. He's standing on the right wing, and he'll kick it over to Williams. Being guarded by Fox, he'll do a spin move to the basket, and the shot blocked by Isaac Fox. Couldn't get the layup to go as he kind of turned his back, spinning in, and a huge block there for Fox. As that's his first of the season as well, and we're going to see some substitutions here for Hayes High. Carter Lang and Cooper Lindenmeyer checking in for Trey Oakley and Cooper Johnson. Junction City will keep the same inbound formation as Jackson Austin will get it and pass it inside. Lavelle Autry kicks it over Beckman underneath, and the layup is good. Autry gets his second assist, and Beckman gets his first points. Now with it now is Lang. He'll stop up being double teamed and kick it over to Kano. Trying to work with it, gives it back to Lang, and they'll kick it over to Fox. Lang gets it and will drive into the lane, gets into a double team. Fox will drive. He'll stop, kick it out. Dawson Reuter, a three-pointer, is on the way. Swish! Dawson Reuter cuts the lead down to 2. First made 3 of the game for Hayes High, and what a shot there for Dawson Reuter as he's up to 5 in this game. 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Autry kicks it over. Austin being guarded by Kano, gives it back over to Albanese as they're just working around the arc. Austin, long three-pointer. It's on the way and no good. Carter Lang will come down with the rebound. Isaac Fox gets the pass from Lang and will stop in the paint, and we're going to get a whistle as Fox kind of slipped a little bit on the hardwood, and they call him for the travel, and we're going to see a substitution for the Blue Jays. Jeremiah Cruz will go into the game. And I believe that will be the only substitution as well. So on the floor for the Blue Jays, they will have Lavelle Autry as well as Cedric Albanese. Jeremiah Cruz is in as well, and so is Brody Beckman. And the inbound right there just came from Isaiah Handy. Autry walking up the floor. Carter Lang on the defense. Along with him on the floor for Hayes High, it's Johnny Kano, Isaac Fox, Cooper Lindenmeyer, and Dawson Reuter. Cedric Albanese with it, kicks it out to Cruz. He'll drive into the paint, stop, shuffles a little bit, but gets away with the travel. And Autry will go into the paint on a double team against Beckman. And Dawson Reuter almost had the steal, but Beckman able to recover. And Dawson Reuter deflects it out of bounds in the end. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Junction City keeping the same inbound formation. And it'll be a kick out to Cruz, being guarded by Fox. He'll kick it over back to Autry. 5 seconds to shoot here for Junction City. And they'll just pull up for 3. Handy, it's on the way, and it's good. As the red lights illuminated the backboard, he's able to get it to fall. A minute to go here in the first quarter. And now Carter Lang driving in, tried kicking it out to Dawson Reuter, who saves it from going out of bounds to Johnny Kano. And now he'll drive into the paint. The layup is no good, but he was fouled on the way up, and that'll be 2 free throws. What an effort there by Dawson Reuter to save it before it went out of bounds in the right corner. And Johnny Kano was right there to receive it. And he drove in and drew the foul. We'll get it on number 3, Cedric Albanese. So Johnny Kano will go to the line. 50% at the free throw line this season, and his first free throw is good. And we'll also see another substitution for Hayes High as Trace Jacobs checks in for the first time tonight. And Kano will get ready for his second free throw to try to chip this lead down to a single possession. The free throw is up, and it's good. Nothing but net. And at the other end, no time wasted for the Blue Jays. They tried getting a pass right away up ahead to Cedric Albanese, and it goes out of bounds. And Hayes High will get it back. 46 seconds remaining as Cooper Lindenmeyer will try and inbound it and gives it up to Carter Lang. Pump fakes one pass, and then we'll try to bring it up the floor. It goes into a double team in the backcourt. Spinning, gives a bounce pass over to Kano. Hayes High has to get it past half court in the next second, and they do to Isaac Fox. Kano looks, has the pass deflected, and Carter Lang able to get it back. We'll bring it up the floor. 2 guys trailing behind him. Kano will drive in, almost had it stolen, brings it back out, spinning with 12 seconds on the shot clock. Isaac Fox gets the bounce pass inside, and we're going to get a shot. It's up, and it's a blocking foul against Junction City. Cedric Albanese tried drawing the charge and instead gets called for the blocking foul. And that will be, it'll be on the floor, so Hayes High will get set to inbound it. 4 fouls in this first quarter now for Junction City, as that's the second one called on Albanese. We'll make a substitution now for the Blue Jays. Lavelle Autry checks out of the game. And we'll see what Hayes High does right here. It's an inbound to Johnny Kano. Shot clock is dead, so we'll go to the right wing and kick it over to Carter Lang. Kano waiting for the offense setup, has 10 seconds to go. Three-pointer would tie it going into the second quarter. But now Kano will drive into the paint, lost the ball, and the steal is recovered by Jackson Austin, as he'll just chuck up a half-court shot that's no good. And that will take us to the second quarter. Junction City in front 12-9. A great game so far. And we'll see how the second quarter plays out when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. We welcome you back to Hayes High School as the second quarter is set to get underway. The Blue Jays in front 12-9. A great first quarter, one that went back and forth. Hayes High never took the lead, but has played very closely against the 10th ranked team in 6A. Inbounding it for the Blue Jays will be Isaiah Handy into Jaytwan Williams. Hayes High's group on the floor is Cooper Lindemeyer, Dawson Reuter, Trey Oakley, Cooper Johnson, and Trace Jacobs. As we'll get a drive into the paint right away from Williams. He'll kick it out. Three-pointer on the way from Handy. It's no good as it gets tipped out, and the rebound goes to the Blue Jays and a putback. And we're also going to get a whistle and a timeout. Jeremiah Cruz got the rebound and was the one that got the putback. So Hayes High will bring it up the floor down 5. Trey Oakley with it, gets stopped and kicks it over to Cooper Johnson. And now he'll drive into the drive in and kick it over to Dawson Reuter. He'll pump fake a few times, gives it over to Trey Oakley. Oakley gets a screen, waiting for an opening, kicks it out. Cooper Lindemeyer on the right corner. He'll drive in, stop, back out to Dawson Reuter, goes through his legs into the backcourt, and this will be a backcourt violation if Hayes High does come out with it. As Reuter falls to the floor, he's trying to make an argument to the official that Larkin Turner was the one that was the reason it went out, saying he touched it. But there'll be a substitution. Cruz comes out of the game and Lavelle Autry returns. Autry was the lead scorer in that last game against Atchison with 23 points and was also a 6A honorable mention a year ago. And now right away there's a drive into the paint for the Blue Jays as Jackson Austin able to save it from going out of bounds. He'll drive into the lane in a triple team and is able to get the reverse layup. Hayes High still dealing with the backcourt pressure, and now Cooper Johnson gets the pass from Trey Oakley. He'll stop on a double team. And we're going to get a foul against the Blue Jays. It got tipped out of bounds. Their fans don't agree with the call. But they're going to get this one on Jackson Austin for his first of the night. Trey Oakley will be the one inbounding it. Hayes High will put 4 in the paint to inbound it. And Trace Jacobs will get it on a baseline drive. He'll stop, just barely saves himself from going out of bounds. And Cooper Lindemeyer will get it and give it back to Jacobs. Almost lost the ball, but Trey Oakley gets it. Takes one dribble, stops, bounce pass inside to Reuter. The spin to the basket is no good. Or it actually got tipped away, but in that process, there was a foul. They'll get it on number 11, Lavelle Autry, for his second. That's a player you can't have in foul trouble if you're Junction City. But now Reuter will go to the line and try to get Hayes High into double digits. Reuter has 5 points so far, has gotten double figures in every game this year. And the free throw is up, and it's good. Nothing but net for Dawson Reuter. Yes, we'll get ready to attempt the second one here. He's 75 good. Reuter with the rebound and the putback. Second rebound of the game for Dawson Reuter, and he's already up to 9 points. (13-21), and now Autry will walk it up. Waits for his offense to set up. Kicks it over to Williams. Guarded by Lindemeyer. He'll stop. Bounce pass out to Handy. And now Jackson Austin. Guarded by Johnson into the paint. And we're going to get a whistle, and this will be a foul against Hayes High. They'll get it on Cooper Johnson for his first of this game. And that's the first foul of the second quarter for Hayes High as well. We'll keep that same inbound formation. And this one will go into Williams. Kicking around to Turner. We'll get some handoffs around the perimeter and then kick it over to Jackson Austin. Long college range straight on the way. Rattles out, no good. And the rebound goes out to Turner. and they can't get the putback. Dawson Reuter will come out with the rebound in the end. Trey Oakley with it, stops after entering 2-point range and then lost the ball. Has to find someone to throw it to and gives it over to Cooper Johnson. Back out to Trey Oakley, cross court, Trace Jacobs, bounce pass into Reuter. Hasn't dribbled yet, but is double teamed as he tries to get the pass over to Cooper Lindenmeyer, and the shot is blocked by Jackson Austin out of bounds. It will stay with Hayes High, but now they'll be on the left side of the basket. Trey Oakley will inbound it. 2 on the block, one in the right corner, and 1 at the top of the arc for Hayes High. Pass will go into Cooper Lindenmeyer. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Trey Oakley. He'll stop. Waits for an opening and goes back to Lindenmeyer. Jacobs with it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Back over to Lindenmeyer. He has to put up the 3 at the buzzer. No good. And it will go out of bounds. Will it stay with Hayes High? Yes, it will. They'll say it was out of bounds on Larkin Turner. So Hayes High will get both a fresh shot clock and the ball. Oakley will get set to inbound it. Waiting for someone to throw it to. Finds Cooper Johnson. He'll put the shot up right away, and it just rattles out. Jackson Austin will be the one that comes out with the rebound. Fast tempo once again for the Blue Jays. They'll drive all the way, and the shot will be it will be a pass out of bounds. We'll see who it stays with, and it will go back to Hayes High. Lavelle Autry threw it high in the air. He's trying to argue that it was tipped out of bounds into the stands, but Hayes High will get it back. Trey Oakley bringing up the floor off the inbound from Lindenmeyer. Stops, gets double teamed, and we'll throw it up to Trace Jacobs. Pump fakes once, gets a bounce pass over to Oakley, and we'll go over to Cooper Lindenmeyer in the right corner. Jacobs with it inside to Reuter. He'll try the shot. It's no good, and the rebound goes out to Autry for her second of the night. Autry's guarded by Oakley. He gets a screen at the top of the arc, and now will drive in, and on a double team will get fouled on the way up. So 2 shots coming up for the Blue Jays. It'll go on Trey Oakley for his first of the night. That's 1 assist so far in this game, and now Autry will go to the free throw line. The second team Centennial League selection from a year ago. As the refs will wait to throw the ball to him to attempt his free throws. And now we'll give it to him. Autry will take a couple dribbles and will put the shot up, and it bounces off the front of the rim and no good. First attempted free throw of the game, and it's no good for the Blue Jays. And we're going to get a whistle, and it's going to be a timeout. The refs originally thought that it was just substitutions, but head coach Nick Perez wanted a timeout for Junction City, and that's what will happen. With 3:38 remaining in the second quarter, Blue Jays in front 21-13. We'll step away. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School following the timeout called by Junction City. Blue Jays in front of this one 21-13, and we'll give you a quick stat update with scoring. Starting with Hayes High, they've got the same scores from the same 2 players. Dawson Reuter has 9 of the 13 points, and the other 4 are for Johnny Cano. Looking at the Blue Jays, their leading scorer so far, as we're halfway through the second quarter, is Jackson Austin, the Centennial League Player of the Year with 8. And right behind him, Isaiah Handy has 3. So Lavelle Autry missed his first free throw attempt, which was the first free throw attempt of the game for Junction City. This one goes off the front of the rim, no good. And Cooper Lindenmeyer has his first rebound of the night. 2 attempts, 2 misses for Junction City, and now Cano will pass it up court to to Johnson. Sayside just works it around, trying to find that open look. Down 8, and we're going to get a steal as Jackson Austin comes out with his second one of the night. He'll go to the other end, can't get the layup to fall, and Cooper Johnson's going to get the rebound. Jackson Austin had to drive down against a double team as Johnson will stop and kick it over to Cano. Hasn't dribbled yet, gets a screen from Isaac Fox on his left side, and we're going to get a whistle called against Hayes High. A legal screen on Isaac Fox for his first foul of the night. Now Dawson Reuter will check into the game, as Fox now has two fouls in this game. 3:05 remaining here in the second quarter. We'll remind you to stick around for the halftime show. We will take a look back at the first half and take a look at some numbers and possibly some scores from around the state as well. Bringing up the floor is Isaiah Handy, who checked in just a second ago. Gives it over to Albanese. As the Blue Jays is working around the arc, they'll go inside to Beckman. He tries to lay up against Reuter. It's no good. Big man on big man, and Lindenmeyer gets the rebound. 4 straight missed shots here for the Blue Jays. As the pass goes out of bounds, it was deflected by Junction City. As Cooper Lindenmeyer will go in to inbound it in front of the Junction City bench. They'll wait for someone to get open. Pump fakes once and then gives it to Dawson Reuter. Over to Kano. He's guarded by Handy. We'll go towards the left wing, cuts back the other direction. Johnson pump fakes one way, spins around, takes a dribble, picks it up, and then gives it to Kano. Over to Lindenmeyer. Hayes High still finding good ball movement here. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Lindenmeyer, three-pointer on the way, takes a bounce off the backboard, no good. Dawson Reuter comes down with rebound number 4, and in the paint, Trace Jacobs gets the layup. Huge shot there for Hayes High as they'll now go on defense at the other end. Williams with it. Kicks it back over to Handy. And we're just seeing the Blue Jays working around the arc. Pass over to Williams, guarded by Lindenmeyer. He'll drive in into a double team, passes it out to Handy, who's guarded by Jacobs. Trying to do some moves. Still doing the handoff, and now 11 seconds on the shot clock. He'll drive in. The fadeaway shot is up for Williams. No good. And Lindenmeyer comes down with another rebound. 5 straight missed shots here for Junction City. As Cooper Johnson will take it, he'll stop, looking for someone to throw to. Gives it over to Dawson Reuter. Told Johnson to cut back, but instead will take it himself. And the rebound will go to Brody Beckman as he couldn't quite finish it. Handy with it, hands it off to Austin. He'll drive against Trace Jacobs, bounce pass over to Beckman, being guarded by Reuter. And we're going to get a foul on Dawson as he bumped Beckman on the way up. So Dawson Reuter will be called for his second foul of this game. And with Hayes High's 2 big men now in foul trouble, they'll put the other one in. Isaac Fox, who also has 2. Minute 24 in the second quarter as Beckman will attempt his first free throw. It takes the bounce off the front of the rim, no good. And we're going to get a whistle, and I think Hayes High is going to get called for a bench warning on head coach Sean Dreiling. So Beckman will get ready to attempt his second free throw. Sean Dreiling wanting an explanation for the officials on some of the calls that have been called against Hayes High. But now Beckman getting ready for the second free throw. He puts it up, and it rattles in. Took them 4 attempts, but they end up making their first one of the night. As Lindenmeyer gets set to inbound. Or now they'll back down a little bit. Junction City looked like they were going to go with that press and then brings their men back. Bounce pass will go over to Lindenmeyer and then gives it back over to Fox. Up ahead, Trace Jacobs under the basket, pump fakes once and gets the layup. Isaac Fox will be given the assist, and Trace Jacobs now up to 4 points. Big shot there for Hayes High. Now they got to make a defensive stand here, and they do just that. Johnny Kano comes out with his first steal of the night and 4th of the season. He'll run up court, tightly guarded, and we'll get a whistle and a foul call against Junction City with 53 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Cedric Albanese will be the one called for. Now both teams up to 4 fouls in the second quarter. And with that foul, they'll make a substitution. Isaiah Handy will return back into the game in place of Cedric Albanese. Hayes High getting set to inbound it. A score from the field here. We'll put it back to a single possession game. Pass will go into Lindenmeyer. Was open on the left wing from 3-point range, but we'll give it over to Isaac Fox, and now back to Kano. Gets a screen, trying to drive in, stops, and will be called for a travel. Jeremiah Cruz was the one on the defense, but Kano trying to make a case that he didn't travel. But either way, Junction City will get it back. Isaiah Handy walking up the floor. Gives it over to Larkin Turner, who checked in just a little bit ago. Now Cruz, he'll give it over to Handy. Now he'll drive in, being guarded by Kano, kicks it out. 3-pointer on the way from Cruz is no good. It's an air ball, and the rebound will go to Isaac Fox. Johnny Cano with it. Shot clock is dead. 18 seconds remaining. Trying to get a big score here for Hayes High. The arrow is pointed to Hayes High, so they will get the ball when the second half gets underway. Cooper Johnson with it. We'll kick it back over to Lindenmeyer. Back over to Johnny Cano. Right corner three is on the way, and it's no good. But Trace Jacobs will come out with the rebound with 1 second remaining, and we're going to get a foul call against the Blue Jays. Huge rebound there for Trace Jacobs to go to the line. Hayes High 4 for 4 at the line so far. And like I said, 2 points will put it back to a one-possession game. Jacobs will attempt the first free throw. It is up, and it's good. So Jacobs has also gotten the last 3 points for Hayes High as well. Or correction, it's actually the last 5 points, but Hayes High makes a substitution now. And we'll put Carter Lane back into the game for these final 2 seconds. Jacobs' second free throw is good. And now a full court shot from Isaiah Handy. It's no good. That will take us to halftime. What a first half that was, but Hayes High trails at the break against the 10th ranked team in 6A. Junction City leads 22-19, and we'll have our halftime show coverage when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secured. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime shows, Junction City just barely in front at the break, 22-19 as the score. And we'll now take a look at how the first half unfolded. And we'll start off with, it started off with a three-pointer from Jackson Austin to get things underway. And it was kind of back and forth for that entire first quarter. Hayes High would follow right away with Johnny Cano getting the first points of the game. And then a two-pointer from Larkin Turner on a putback. And then Dawson Reuter would immediately follow. So Hayes High has actually not led so far in this game. And the Blue Jays pulled ahead with two more shots to go up 9-4. Hayes High hit their first three-pointer from Dawson Reuter to make it 9-7. And then the Blue Jays hit a three-pointer to take a 12-9 lead into the break. And then they scored the first 4 points with baskets from Jeremiah Cruz and Jackson Austin. And then Hayes High would get 2 free throws to fall from Dawson Reuter. And then the Blue Jays pulled up to a double-digit lead as they got a huge bucket from Lavelle Autry and then a three-pointer from Jackson Austin. And then Hayes High would fight back, though. They would get 8 of the last 9 points in that first half, which included shots from Dawson Reuter as well as Trace Jacobs, and he also had another basket after that, as well as 2 free throws. And we get to this point now where the Blue Jays are in front 22-19 at the break. And we'll take another timeout, and we will look at individual and team numbers when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School on the halftime show with Junction City in front 22-19 at the halftime break. And we'll now take a look at our individual and team numbers. And we'll start off with Hayes High. Their leading scorer right now is Dawson Reuter, as Hayes High only has 3 different players that have scored so far in this game. Right behind him, Trace Jacobs has 6, and Johnny Cano has 4. And looking over at the Blue Jays, their leading scorer is Jackson Austin, who has 8. Right behind him is Isaiah Handy and Brody Beckman, each have 3. And then they have 4 different players that have 2 points, including Jeremiah Cruz, Jaytwan Williams, Lavelle Autry, and Larkin Turner. And looking at Hayes High's other individual numbers, Johnny Cano had a rebound and a steal. Cooper Lindenmeyer finished with 3 rebounds. Trace Jacobs had a rebound. Trey Oakley finished with an assist. Cooper Johnson had a block to go with a rebound. And Isaac Fox had a rebound, a block, and an assist. And then looking over at Carter Lang, he just had 1 rebound. And Dawson Reuter's leading the way in rebounds for Hayes High with 4. And we'll now take a look over at the individual and team at the other individual numbers for the Blue Jays. Jackson Austin has 2 rebounds and 2 blocks and 2 steals, making him the leader in the steals and blocks category. Jeremiah Cruz had a rebound. Isaiah Handy had an assist. Brody Beckman had a rebound. Lavelle Autry had 2 rebounds to go with 3 assists and a steal. And then rounding it out, Larkin Turner's leading the way in rebounds for the Blue Jays with 3. And looking over at our team numbers with Hayes High, 6 for 20 from the field and also 1 for 9 from three-point range. But they are perfect, 6 for 6 at the free throw line. And they had 12 rebounds in the first half, as well as 2 assists and a steal to go with, and along with 2 blocks. So now looking over at Junction City, 9 for 21 from the field in that first half, going 3 for 9 from three-point range, while going 1 for 4 at the free throw line. And they got 9 rebounds in the first half to go with 4 assists, as well as 3 steals and 2 blocks. And that'll do it for our individual and team numbers, and we'll have our second half action when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School, and to finish out the halftime show, we're going to take a look at some of the live scores going on from around the state on the boys' side. Down in Burlingame, they are not letting up against Linden. In the third quarter, that one is Burlingame 39 and the Linden Tigers 11. Looking at some other scores from around the state, we have Mays in front of Mays South 35-21. The road team in front in that rivalry game. Mower Hill Prep Mount Academy in front of Hiawatha 25-21 in the second quarter. And that will do it for our halftime scores. And we'll have second half action when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School and about set to get the second half action underway. Junction City in front 22-19 after both teams tied with their results in that second quarter. As Junction City had a 12-9 lead at the end of the first quarter, and now lead 22-19 going into the third. And the possession arrow was facing Hayes High at the end of the first half, so it will be Indian ball. Cooper Johnson will inbound it to Trey Oakley. Also on the floor is Johnny Cano, Isaac Fox, and Dawson Reuter. So Hayes High will put the starters back on, and will go up ahead to a pass to Dawson Reuter standing on the free throw line. Takes one dribble, waiting for someone to get open. Instead gives it back to Trey Oakley. He'll try driving in. He'll try his pull-up shot from the free throw line, which doesn't fall. And the rebound will go to Lavelle Autry. At the other end, he'll give it up to Jackson Austin, being guarded by Johnny Cano. Hayes High fans wanted to push off, and Austin did use his arm to go into Cano. And now a drive to the basket, and the layup is good. Jaytwan Williams is the one that gets it to fall. And now we're going to get a turnover for Hayes High as they try getting a pass over to Trey Oakley. Goes out of bounds in front of the student section. Now they'll inbound it from Isaiah Handy. It will go into Jackson Austin. A little bit of a slow pace here for the Blue Jays as they wait for the offense to set up. With it now is Williams. We'll go back towards that right wing. Thought about driving in against Fox. Kicks it back across court to Autry. He'll wait for someone to get open, and then Austin will take it. Guarded by Johnson. Back over to Autry. Laying on the defense. He'll drive into the paint. Stop. Up to the basket. And we're going to get a whistle. And it will be a travel call against the Blue Jays. Lavelle Autry will be the one that gets called for it. And now Johnson getting ready to inbound it. Trey Oakley getting full court press by Handy. And now he'll cross the timeline. We'll stop. Take a few steps back and give it over to Isaac Fox. Pump fakes a pass to Johnson, gives it over to Trey Oakley. Thought about trying the three, bounce pass inside to Reuter. He'll try the spin, the shot, no good. And Jackson Austin comes down with rebound number 3. 3 straight missed shots so far from the field for Hayes High. And we're going to get another whistle, another travel called against the Blue Jays. Jaytwan Williams picked up his dribble as he was trying to go to the right side and got called for it. And we're going to get substitution into the game now. Cooper Johnson will get set to inbound it. Carter Lang will take it. Getting pressed by Lavelle Autry. Has to change back his direction to get up court. And he'll go pass over to Trey Oakley. He'll stop, work towards that right side, gives over to Isaac Fox. Will go into the paint, does a spin move, goes back out to Carter Lang. Left corner 3 on the way, no good. And the rebound will go to Larkin Turner. At the other end now, all alone, And the layup is no good. Lavelle Autry had the wide open look, and I think he was deciding or debated too long whether he wanted to dunk it or just simply go for the layup. But the rebound went on the ground, and before he could recover it, he was fouled. It will go against Carter Lang. Isaiah Handy will inbound it. We'll get a screen for Larkin Turner, and he'll try the hook shot against Dawson Reuter, and he gets it to fall. Carter Lang bringing up the floor, lost his balance, and will not get called for a travel. Instead, we'll get Hayes High will call a timeout. He was dribbling the ball while he fell to the ground, so they didn't call it. A lot of Junction City fans wanted the travel, but Hayes High called a timeout to try to avoid the turnover. And it will be 30 seconds, but we'll step away as they talk things over. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Following the Hayes High timeout with 5:51 remaining in the third quarter, they'll get set to inbound it, and Cooper Johnson will give it up to Trey Oakley. It's guarded by Isaiah Handy at the half court. Trey Oakley will get the pass up to Dawson Reuter. Waiting for a cut, will take one dribble, fake the pass to Isaac Fox, instead gives it back out to Lang. Reuter takes the pass, again takes one dribble and then gives it back to Lang. He'll drive, kicks it out. Trey Oakley, three-pointer on the way, and Lang will get called for a charging foul. First foul of the game against Carter Lang, or actually the second one against Carter Lang. As Hayes High turns it over, Junction City has gotten the first 4 points of this third quarter, leading 26-19. Jaytwan Williams will be the one walking up the floor. Goes towards the left wing, drives into the paint against Isaac Fox. Will stop, looking around for someone to pass to. Gets a bounce pass over to Cruz. Over to Handy, he'll try a three-pointer, it's on the way. Takes a couple bounces, no good. And Isaac Fox has rebound number 2. Carter Lane driving into the paint, kicks it out. Trey Oakley thought about trying a three, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul against Junction City. This will go on Jeremiah Cruz. This will be his second personal foul and the first team foul of this quarter for Junction City. Oakley gives it into Lang. He'll get double teamed and give it back to Oakley. Driving in, he'll stop. Will spin all the way in. Can't get it to go. And the rebound will be recovered by Larkin Turner. 5 straight misses here for Hayes High. As the pass will go into Handy, he'll kick it over. Larkin Turner being guarded by Dawson Reuter. 34 on 34. The hook shot is up, and he gets another one to go. Not the first time we've seen him make that one tonight, but now a 9-point advantage for the Blue Jays. Trey Oakley trying to bring it up the floor. Still getting pressed by just one player. Carter Lang fakes one way and gets the pass over to Trey Oakley. Fox will take it inside. Dawson Reuter on the left block. Pump fakes a few times and then has the ball poked free. Trey Oakley thought about trying a three. Top of the arc three now is on the way and will bounce off the back iron. No good. And we're going to get an over-the-back foul called against Hayes High. They'll call it against Isaac Fox. Both Trey Oakley and Isaac Fox were there, and they can't believe that was called for a foul. Now Cooper Lindenmeyer will check into the game for Isaac Fox. 4:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Hayes High needing to make a defensive stand. Isaiah Handy walks up the floor. We'll go towards the right wing and kick it over to Turner at the top of the arc. Good ball movement here from Junction City as they get back to the left wing for Handy. Kicks it out. Jackson Austin three-pointer is on the way, and it bounces off the back iron. No good. Handy will get the rebound. Or correction, Dawson Reuter will get credited for it because he came out with it in the end. We'll go inside to Reuter off the pass from Johnson. We'll throw cross court. Trey Oakley, left corner three is on the way, and it's off the back iron, no good. Jackson Austin coming out with another rebound. At the other end, we'll get the pass up, and the shot is good. The assist will go to Isaiah Handy, and Jeremiah Cruz gets another shot to fall. Trey Oakley will just bring it up the floor, and Hayes High will have to call timeout as they trail by 30. So a little bit of a scoring run going now as it was 22-19 at halftime. It's an 8-0 run now for Junction City to start the third quarter, and we'll take a timeout. It's a full timeout, so Hayes High will talk things over, and we'll take a break. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello, everyone. It's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians. Back here at Hayes High School following the timeout call by Sean Dreiling. An 8-0 run to start this third quarter for Junction City. Got started with a basket from Jaytwan Williams, and the short just unfolded since then with 2 hook shots following after that from Larkin Turner, and that last basket from Jeremiah Cruz on a fadeaway from just a few feet away from the basket. On the floor for Hayes High now, Johnny Cano as will go in with Cooper Johnson as well as Cooper Lindenmeyer. Carter Lang is in, and so is Dawson Reuter. And we're going to get a whistle as the pass hit Lavelle Autry, but it went out of bounds. So Cano will inbound from the exact same spot. Lang got pushed, no call, and then Lindenmeyer takes it. We'll give it over to Cano as we get a screen from Reuter going to the top of the arc. And then changes direction. Cano into the paint. Will try the shot, and it's no good. And another rebound for Jackson Austin, his 5th of the night. 8 straight missed shots now for Hayes High, just trying to break out of the slump that they're in. And we're going to get a foul call against Cooper Johnson as Jackson Austin went in for the layup, and Johnson came in on the defense. Second foul call against Cooper Johnson. And the 4th team foul for Hayes High. Austin has 8 points so far. Averaged 15 points per game last season, and will attempt his first free throw and gets it to fall. So we'll see a substitution here for the Blue Jays. It'll be Jaden Mears checking in. Didn't go in, so he'll go in for Jackson Austin if he makes this free throw, and he does. The substitution will be Jaden Mears, 5'9" senior. Has an offer from McPherson College for football. Now Carter Lang will run up the floor. Cedric Albanese tried to sell a charge, but doesn't get it, as now Lang will take it off a pass from Johnson. Thought about driving in, instead will give it back. Hayes High down by 13, and another steal from Jackson Austin, 3rd of the night. He'll pass it up court against Lavelle Autry. Can't get the layup to fall, and another foul call against Hayes High. This one will go against Cooper Lindenmeyer. That'll be his 1st and 5th team foul for Hayes High, so Blue Jays now in the bonus. Looking to possibly pull away here in a little bit. Free throw will come from Lavelle Autry. 2 points so far for him in the game, and also leads the Blue Jays in assists with 3. The first free throw is up, and it rattles out no good. Both teams will keep their same groups on the floor as we got 2:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Autry gets set for the second free throw. He puts it up, and this one's good. Johnson trying to inbound it, gets it up ahead. Johnny Cano almost had it stolen. Lavelle Autry stepped in front of it right in time, and now Cano will stop and throw it up to Carter Lang, and we're going to get a backcourt violation. It looked like Carter Lang was in the air when he received the pass, but they're going to say it's a backcourt violation as he was crossing midcourt. We'll see another substitution. And now we're going to get a timeout from Junction City. It's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. And just looking at this third quarter, Junction City is just taking complete control of this game. Outscoring Hayes High 11-0. As they got that first basket from Jaytwan Williams to start things off, and then two more shots under the basket to Larkin Turner to follow. And then from that point on, they've just taken complete control, keeping Hayes High out of this game. We'll see what Hayes High decides to do here as they just try to fight their way back into it. As the second deficit Hayes High will have to face, second double-digit deficit Hayes High will have to face this season. They had to do it against Blue Valley Northwest, another 6A school, and actually another ranked 6A school. Currently ranked 7th in 6A. Junction City's number 10, like we mentioned earlier. So Autry will be the one inbounding in front of the student section. Carter Lang will be on the defense, and now he'll look for the open man and get it into Williams. It'll be a pass over to Jackson Austin. Now we're going to get a whistle, and the player lost his shoe. It was Jatwan Williams who lost it. And now the Blue Jays will have to inbound it from that same spot, or now they're going to tell Autry to go underneath the basket for him to inbound it. Instead, inbounding it now will be Cedric Albanese. Waiting for someone to get open. Has 2 seconds to go, able to throw it into Jaden Mears. And the wait for the offense to set up now as Lavelle Autry gets the pass. He'll drive in, being guarded by Lang all the way to the basket, and the layup no good. Another foul called against Hayes High. My goodness, 6-1 here with a foul count in the third quarter. This will go against Cooper Lindenmeyer for his second. And Lavelle Autry will go back to the free throw line. He's made one free throw, in one of the 4 made free throws in this game. Now Autry will get set for the second free throw, or his first free throw, and it bounces off the front of the rim, and it's no good. Free throws have not been the specialty tonight for the Blue Jays. They are 4 for 9 in this game. Didn't attempt one in the first quarter, and now the shot will be put up and good. 4 points now for Autry, and a 34-19 lead. Johnny Cano bringing up the floor past the timeline. And Trace Jacobs takes the pass. And now Cooper Lindenmeyer with it. Pump fakes once, pump fakes again. We'll go towards the right wing, and he gets a bounce pass over to Dawson Reuter. Into Trace Jacobs, and Reuter takes it over to Lindenmeyer. Right corner three on the way is no good. Cedric Albanese will be the one that comes out with the rebound. Hayes High struggling to break the slump that they're in, and now a three-pointer from Lavelle Autry from the right corner. He gets that one to fall, and the assist goes to Cedric Albanese. Johnny Cano will get the pass. Cooper Lindenmeyer with it, 1:39 to go here in the third quarter. Hayes High trailing by 18. Bounce pass over to Cano, and now Lang gets it. Pump fakes one way. Cano gets it, will pull up from just outside the three-point line, and he gets the butt jumper to go. 6 points in the game now for Johnny Cano, and he gets the first points of the second half for Hayes High. At the other end now, Albanese gives it over to Autry, and now a drive into the paint, kick out, and Williams almost lost the ball out of bounds, but able to save it. Being guarded by Trace Jacobs, pushes him in, trying to dribble out of it, and Carter Lang will come out with his first steal of the game and fourth of the season. Cano with it, had the ball in the left corner, will bring it back out, standing close to the midcourt logo. Lindenmeyer pump fakes. Will take one dribble right, and then a couple dribbles to the left as he gives back to Cano. Bounce pass it into Reuter, and we're going to get a little bit of miscommunication. Reuter couldn't decide if he was trying to go for Carter Lang or Trace Jacobs, and Hayes High turns it over once again. And we're going to get a substitution. Larkin Turner back into the game for Junction City, and Cooper Johnson back into the game for Hayes High. Jatwan Williams will walk it up the floor, and as he passes the timeline, gives it over to Autry. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. We'll pass it over, just working around the arc. Trying to go for just one more shot with this large lead. Autry will drive in against Trace Jacobs in a double team. He'll try it off the glass, and he gets it to go. 9 points for Autry. And now the Blue Jays 50% from the field. 10 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Hayes High needs to get a shot to go if they have any hopes of fighting back in this game. Cooper Johnson gets the pass, three-pointer on the way, off the rim, no good. And the rebound will go to Larkin Turner as he will try a pass that goes into the ceiling and actually weave through some of the pillars that hold it up. But either way, That will take us to the fourth quarter as it's Junction City in front 39-21. And we'll have our fourth quarter action when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Back here at Hayes High School as we get set to start the final 8 minutes of tonight's game. Junction City in front 39-21. Outscored Hayes High in that third quarter 17-2. Able to draw fouls, and Hayes High didn't have an answer on the other end of the floor. As we have it recorded, Hayes High went 1 for 10 in the third quarter. And now Junction City trying to make their lead even bigger and pull away with their second win of the season. Autry will be the one bringing up the floor, kicks it over to Turner as they just working around the arc. Jackson Austin into the paint, and the layup is good. Jackson Austin enters double figures with that last layup. The assist will go to Jaytwan Williams for his first of the night. Now Trey Oakley with it. Hayes High down 20. Over to Cooper Johnson. Pump fakes a few times. Gets a bounce pass into Dawson Reuter. He'll pump fake and then take one dribble. Cross court. Trey Oakley three-pointer on the way is no good. And the rebound will go to Larkin Turner. Lavelle Autry will take it, throw it over to Cedric Albanese. Now Jackson Austin faked one way and then has a wide open look. Able to get it to fall. He's up to 15 tonight. Jonathan Cano walking up the floor. Will have the ball poked away. Jackson Austin comes out with the steal. And up ahead at the other end, the layup is good for Larkin Turner. A 25-point lead for Junction City in the first minute of this fourth quarter. Now Cooper Johnson gives it over to Trey Oakley. Inside, Isaac Fox trying to back down his man. Looking for someone to pass it to. Trey Oakley will take it, drive in, kick it back out. Pump fake three from Fox. Gets double teamed. Dawson Reuter, now he'll try three. It's on the way, and it's no good. And we're going to get a whistle on the rebound called against Hayes High. This will go against Trey Oakley for his second. And we're also going to get a substitution as Isaiah Handy will check back into the game, and so will Jeremiah Cruz. Cooper Lindenmeyer will check it. We'll head over to the scores table and check in for Hayes High. As Johnny Cano, with his 6 points, will head to the bench. So the Blue Jays walking up the floor with their 25-point lead. If they can preserve it, it would be their new largest win of the season after having a 23 margin of victory against Atchison. And the layup is good on the other end for Lavelle Autry, and he's another player that now enters into double figures. Trey Oakley bringing up the floor, kicks it over to Isaac Fox. And he'll take one dribble and kick it over to Cooper Lindenmeyer. Gets a screen, doesn't enter two-point range, and now Isaac Fox will get the pass and drive in. Bounce pass over to Dawson Reuter, takes one dribble, spins it up, and the reverse layup is no good. Gets his own miss and gets the putback. So now, no time wasted for the Blue Jays. They'll go to the other end. Larkin Turner can't get the shot to fall, but Dawson Reuter will come out with another rebound. And that last shot for Hayes High broke a four-basket streak with missed shots. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul called against Junction City. We'll get this on Jaytwan Williams. This will be his first personal foul. Now Trey Oakley getting ready to inbound it to Cooper Johnson. Pump faked one way, gives it inside to Dawson Reuter. He'll try the hook shot, and it's good. Cooper Johnson gets his first assist the other night, and Dawson Reuter up to 13. Bring up the floors, Williams, bounce pass up ahead. Now a three-pointer on the way from Jeremiah Cruz is no good, and the rebound will go to Cooper Lindenmeyer. Pass goes up ahead to Isaac Fox, 4:57 remaining here in the game. Hayes High trailing by 23. Reuter will back down his man after getting the pass once again. He'll try the fadeaway and gets it to go. Nothing but net for the junior. And now Hayes High forcing a full court press on the Blue Jays. And we're going to get a timeout called by Nick Perez. It'll just be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. As Junction City has that 21-point lead, just done an incredible job all night as they're about to win their fourth straight game against Hayes High. And this is also a team that's won 19 of their last 20 matchups against WAC teams. Their only loss in that stretch was against Great Bend in 2019. And they've just done a really good job with this head coach, Nick Perez, who kind of is in a similar situation that the girls team is, where he had to rebuild the team a little bit. As last year they won the Centennial League for the first time under him. They returned all their Centennial League selections as well. And Nick Perez also won Coach of the Year. And when I said rebuild, this was a Blue Jays team that never had a winning season from 2009 all the way up until 2021. And now they have 3 straight winning seasons as they look for a 4th one this year. Nick Perez, just an incredible coach working with those guys. I was even told a story earlier today about him that just shows what a great job he's been able to do. As Hayes High gets called for the foul on Trace Jacobs as he poked his hand in. But as I was saying, I was told Nick Perez, when Hayes High was playing at Junction City last year, he was seen bringing in some Chipotle food before the game, and when asked about it, he said it's for his players so they have something to eat before and after the game. And he says just because with that demographic, it's just a tough situation for those kids in Junction City. Just an incredible coach and an incredible man. As now Junction City has it on the other end of the floor. Cedric Albanese will take it as they'll work it around the arc to Isaiah Handy. We're now halfway through this 4th quarter. As Autry will drive in after getting a screen, will go into a double team and is able to fade away and get another layup to go as he goes up to 13 points in the game. Trace Jacobs with it. Pump fakes one way and then gets the bounce pass into Dawson Reuter. He'll back down on a double team, and he tried passing it out and had the pass deflected and is able to dribble inside, and he got fouled on the way up. This foul will go on number 34, Larkin Turner, making that his 2nd personal foul. And now Dawson Reuter, Hayes High's leading scorer, who has entered into double figures in every game, has 15 tonight, will go to the free throw line. And the first free throw is good. Hayes High perfect 7 for 7 at the line in this game. And now if Dawson Reuter can make this free throw, he can match what he had in the last game against Liberal. The free throw is up, and it rattles out no good. But the rebound is still on the ground, and they're going to say it's a foul against Trey Oakley. It looked like Oakley was trying to jump on the ground for the loose ball, but they're going to say he pushed over Jackson Austin. And that'll be the 4th personal foul for Trey Oakley. And Sean Dryling will keep him in the game, as Austin will inbound it to Lavelle Autry. Hayes High playing a full court zone defense. And now Jackson Austin goes into a double team, passes up ahead, and they'll kick it back out to Isaiah Handy. He'll be guarded by Oakley, kicks it out, and another foul call will go against Hayes High for a reach-in. They'll go against Cooper Johnson for his 3rd personal foul and the 4th team foul in this 4th quarter for Hayes High. Johnny Cano is checking back into the game. And Cooper Johnson will check out. The inbound will come from Larkin Turner. The First team Centennial League selection and 6A honorable mention. Another player with a football offer has an offer from Hastings College. Now they'll get a drive, and now Turner will kick it back out as he tried attempting the shot. Handy takes it, kicks it back out to Autry. 3:17 remaining here in the game. He'll go over to Handy, and then he'll kick it back out. And then Albany shuffles as he tries getting the pass off, and it's going to be a turnover. Cooper Lindenmeyer will inbound it for Hayes High. Gives it over to Johnny Cano, bringing up the floor, and has to spin back the other way to break the full court press, and gives it over to Trey Oakley. 3 minutes remaining in the game. Oakley up ahead to Reuter. Back over to Jacobs, and then Oakley gets it back. Pump fakes going into Reuter. Three-pointer on the way from Johnny Cano. Rattles out, no good. And the rebound to Larkin Turner. That's his 7th of the night. As Hayes High misses another three-pointer. They are 1 for 17 in this game. Jackson Austin will kick it back over to Lavelle Autry. Cedric Albany's being guarded by Cooper Lindenmeyer. Blue Jays is trying to work it around the arc, kill the clock, and celebrate their 2nd victory of the season. As they got to go right back to work tomorrow as they'll get a Saturday game against the Dodge City Red Demons. Autry will get the pass up to Larkin Turner. It's no good. And Cooper Lindenmeyer will get the rebound. Lindenmeyer with it, hands it off to Oakley. Back to Cano. He'll drive in on a double team over to Dawson Reuter. The reverse layup is no good, but he was fouled on the way up. 2 shots coming up for the junior. So 2:03 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Reuter will head to the free throw line. He'll take a few dribbles and will attempt the free throw as it takes a bounce off the front of the rim and then the backboard and goes in. $17 points for Dawson Reuter, matching what he had last night back on Tuesday against Liberal. As Hayes High just tries to cut into this lead in any way that they can. They'll have to go right back to work against the Centennial League on Friday on the road against Manhattan. And the free throw is up by Reuter. This one will roll out, no good. Albanese will come out with the rebound. Again, they'll slowly bring it up court, trying to kill the clock. Cruz with it, gets the handoff, and then will spin around, and will try the shot. It's off the backboard, no good, and Dawson Reuter comes down with a rebound. Johnny Cano with it, gets a screen, and will try driving in on a double team all the way to the basket, and it will bounce around and roll out. Ball still on the ground, and we're going to get a jump ball. And Isaac Fox will return to the game in place of Dawson Reuter. Johnny Cano will inbound in 1:36 remaining. Trace Jacobs will be the one player in the backcourt, and then we're going to get officials timeout as they're cleaning up a spot underneath the basket close to the baseline on the left block. Cano will inbound it right away to Trey Oakley, and he gets triple teamed, and then it's stolen by Jaden Mears. Kick it back out to Lavelle Autry, as he'll just stand in place and try to kill as much time as possible. He'll wait for someone to get open, though. As he's still in place, we got a screen from Brody Beckman, drive in, dribbles between his legs, doing some moves against Oakley, spins his way to the basket, and he can't get the layup to go, but Isaac Fox will get the rebound. At the other end, Cooper Lindenmeyer with the ball. Brings it out as we enter the final minute. Isaac Fox over to Johnny Cano. He'll drive into the paint and kick it over to Trey Oakley, but it got deflected out of bounds by the Blue Jays. And we're also going to see some more substitutions from Hayes High as Carter Lang will check into the game, and the Blue Jays will let some of their bench players check in for the first time tonight. Jordan Weston is into the game, and so is the sophomore Khalil Walker. And we're going to get a timeout, and Johnny Cano told to tuck his jersey into his shorts. Carter Lang, who just checked in, will be the one inbounding it. We'll throw it into the backcourt to Trace Jacobs. He'll drive in, get a pass over to Isaac Fox, and he can't get the layup to go, but we're going to get a whistle and 2 free throws. We get the foul on number 21, Khalil Walker, just checked in a second ago. Now Isaac Fox will go to the free throw line in this game. Can get his first points with this free throw right here. Has yet to make his first free throw this season as he missed the first one there. And he'll get set for the second one. He'll put it up, and it's good. It'll be Khalil Walker with the ball, kicks it over to Jaden Mears. As this will go off the foot of Trace Jacobs, but it will go out of bounds. And we'll stay with the Blue Jays. Jeremiah Cruz gets set to inbound it. And Hayes, I tried going for the steal, and we're going to get a backcourt violation against Khalil Walker. Received the pass close to the line and then had to back out to regain himself. So he wouldn't fall over, but instead went to the backcourt. Just a 1 second difference between the shot clock and game clock as Carter Lang will take it, give it over to Isaac Fox. Pump fakes to the cut and then gives it to Lang. Bounce pass back over to Fox. He'll try to back down his man, Brody Beckman. And it will be a pass out and a three-pointer on the way from Trace Jacobs, but we got a foul. So Hayes High will get the inbound. Or actually, we're going to get 2 free throws as that's the 5th foul for Junction City. So Isaac Fox will get set. As he makes another trip to the free throw line, he puts it up, and it's good. And we don't see any substitutions, or actually the Blue Jays made a substitution, seeing another player check in for the first time, Deontay Baptiste. As Isaac Fox gets another free throw to go, 3 points for him in the game, all off of free throws. And with 12 seconds left in the game, Junction City will just bring it up the floor and dribble the clock out. It was 22-19 at halftime, but a huge third quarter is what will do it for Junction City to win this game as they win it 50-32 and improve to 2-0 on the year. And for Hayes High, they will now fall to 3-2 on the year as they'll get a matchup with Manhattan next Friday on the road. And we'll have our post-game show coverage when we come back. This is Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Hello, we want to thank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
Attention drivers and passengers. Your safety is paramount. Buckling your seatbelt is one of the simplest and most effective ways to protect yourself on the road. In the event of a crash, seatbelts can reduce the risk of serious injury by up to 50%. So whether you're commuting to work or embarking on a long journey, make sure everyone in the vehicle is secure. Remember, seatbelts save lives. It's not just a good habit, it's the law. So click it or ticket.
Hello everyone, it's Hank Corsair, your voice of Hayes High Athletics on the Tribe Broadcasting Network. We want to thank you all for tuning into today's game, and we want to remind you all that Tribe Broadcasting is your home for exclusive coverage of Hayes High Athletics with live video of games, team hype videos, features in the monthly news, and so much more. Plus, you can catch me throughout the year doing live play-by-play for football, volleyball, and boys soccer in the fall, basketball and wrestling in the winter, and baseball, softball, and girls soccer in the spring. So keep it right here with the coverage of today's game, and go Indians.
If you wanted to shred like that guy, then you should come join Hayes High's very own guitar club. If you are interested, come hang out with us every Monday and Wednesday from 3:05 to 4:30 at room 116 with Mr. Prophet. We hope to see you there, and remember, practice till your fingers bleed.
Back here at Hayes High School on the postgame show as the Blue Jays use a huge third quarter to win the game tonight by a final score of 50-32. And we'll now take a look at how the game unfolded. It was a back-and-forth first quarter as the Blue Jays got the first points from Jackson Austin, and then the two teams just traded back and forth throughout that first half. Hayes had key baskets from Johnny Cano and Dawson Reuter, and Reuter also had a three-pointer to make it 9-7. But at the end of the first quarter, Junction City was up 12-9, and then they pulled in front 16-9. Thanks to some shots from Jeremiah Cruz and Jackson Austin, and even led 21-11. But Hayes High scored 8 of the last 9 points in the second quarter, and it was a 22-19 game at halftime. But then the third quarter came, and that's where Junction City took control of the game. 17-2 run in that quarter, which was also part of a 26-2 run that carried into the fourth quarter, starting with some baskets from Jaytwan Williams and Larkin Turner. And Hayes High's only 2 points in the third quarter came from Johnny Cano, as the Blue Jays led 39-21 going into the final 8 minutes. And they scored the first 9 with some shots, including a basket from Jackson Austin, who also had a three-pointer shortly after. And then 2 more baskets followed from Larkin Turner and Lavelle Autry. And then Hayes High would score 11 of the last 13 points in the game. And in the end, Junction City prevails by a final score of 50-32. And we'll now take a look at our individual and team numbers, starting off with Hayes High. Leading scorer tonight was Dawson Reuter once again with 17 points, and behind him, Johnny Cano and Trace Jacobs both had 6. Isaac Fox finished with 3. And then looking over at Junction City, their leading scorer tonight was their Centennial League Player of the Year, Jackson Austin, finishing with 15. And the other player to get in double figures was Lavelle Autry with 13. They also had points scored by Isaiah Handy with 3, Jeremiah Cruz with 4, Brody Beckman had 3, Jaytwan Williams finished with 4, and then Larkin Turner finished with 8. And looking at Hayes High's other individual numbers, starting off with Johnny Cano, had a rebound and a steal. Cooper Lindemeyer had 5 rebounds. Trace Jacobs finished with a rebound. Trey Oakley had an assist. Cooper Johnson had an assist, a rebound, and a block. And then Isaac Fox had 3 rebounds to go with a block and an assist. Carter Lang finished with a rebound and a steal, and Dawson Reuter finished with 8 rebounds in the game. And then looking over at Junction City, Jackson Austin finished with 5 rebounds to go with 2 blocks and 4 steals, making him the leader in that category. Jeremiah Cruz had a rebound. Cedric Albanese had 2 rebounds and an assist. Isaiah Handy also had 2 assists, and then Brody Beckman had a rebound. Jaytwan Williams finished with an assist, and Lavelle Autry had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Jaden Mears had a steal at the end of the game. And then Larkin Turner rounds it out with 7 rebounds for the Blue Jays. And looking at our final team numbers, starting off with Hayes High, their leading scorer tonight, Hayes High finished 10 for 38 from the field in tonight's game. And they went 1 for 17 from three-point range and 11 for 14 from the free throw line. So they and then Hayes High finished with 20 rebounds in the game, as well as 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. And looking over at Junction City, they went 20 for 41 from the field and 5 for 15 from three-point range. And then rounding out, they went 5 for 10 at the free throw line and had 19 rebounds, as well as 7 assists and 6 steals, and then rounded out with 2 blocks. And we'll also take a look and see if we can get some final scores from both the girls' side and the boys' side here in Kansas, starting off with some final scores in the girls' games around the state, courtesy of Max Preps. Starting off, we'll get Fairfield with a 47-45 win over Stafford. Moscow, we mentioned, defeated Deerfield 36-25, and Clearwater got a big win on the road over Sterling 53-29. Pine Creek defeats Life Prep 54-42, and Rossville goes on the road and beats Sacred Heart by a final score of 57-50. Southwestern Heights gets a big win at home, 49-19 over Sweetwater. Maxville 53, Sublet 23, the final score in that game. Central Heights defeats West Franklin 30-27. Humboldt, the Cubs get a 44-25 win over Erie. Wheatland Grinnell defeats Logan Palco 51-21. Classical School gets a 50-39 win over Sedgwick. And we'll see if we can get some other scores as well. Wallace County goes on the road and defeats St. Francis 49-26. Also, Reno County Homeschool defeats Fairfield Cunningham 52-43. Heston holds Rose Hill to 12 points and wins by a final score of 41-12. Hutchinson defeats Bueller 43-33. And Casey Turner defeats Northeast 46-23. That Northeast team is from Missouri, we'll note that. Goodland defeats Norton 44-28. And we'll also get some final scores on the boys' side as well. And we'll start off with, like we said, Cheyenne Wells defeated Elkhart tonight 66-49, the final score in that one. Deerfield defeats Satanta 64-56. Logan Palco gets a 45-39 win over Ellis. Lions, big win at home tonight for the Lions over the Tushans of Inman 53-34. Hayden goes on the road and defeats Spring Hill tonight 56-46. Natoma, low-scoring game, defeats the Chase Cats 29-20 on the road. The Maxville Mustangs defeat the Sublet Larks 59-47. And some other scores, Perry Lecompton more than doubles their score over Fort Scott, winning 70-30. And also our final score, Burlingame over Linden by a final score of 58-27. And that will wrap up things for tonight's broadcast. Again, Hayes High boys fall tonight 50-32, but the girls team gets a huge win over Junction by a final score of 79-20. And we'll see what's up ahead next for both teams. Starting off with Hayes High, their next game will be next Friday against Manhattan on the road, which is also their final game before going into Christmas break. And then they'll come back on January 7th for their for one of their final home games, or for their only home game of January, to play the Wichita Independent School, and then they'll play 4 straight road games, including ones against Emporia, Newton, Garden City, and in the Colby Orange and Black tournament. And for the Blue Jays, they are right back to work tomorrow. They will play Dodge City at 2:30 tomorrow, and then we'll face St. Mary's Academy for their final game of 2024 against St. Mary's Academy on December 18th at home, and then they will return back home on January 7th to get things back underway against Washburn Rural. So that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. We want to thank you all for tuning in. I'm Hank Corsair. This has been Hayes High Basketball on the Tribe Broadcasting Network, saying good night from Hayes High School.